Transmission sequence activated. Paper engaged. Awaiting transmission approval. Approval received. Sonification coordinates locked. Initializing vapor transmission sequence. Engaging vapor. Engaging vapor. Engaging vapor.
graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am certified G1 and a real freaking prime. Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday, the end of the week. That means if you're here, you are indeed made of sterner stuff. Wooga wooga and booga booga, bim bams and flum bombs. Oh, what's going on, bacon ears? We made it. We made it. The weekend has once again arrived. We're here to celebrate the arrival of the weekend. Let's go. It's Sterner Stuff time. I got a good show for you guys tonight, okay? It's going to be a fun one. We're going to get into some crazy stuff. Definitely some news to catch up on. Some wild stuff happening with the release of Mud Brown. So we gotta cover that. You know, everybody else is. Why not? Why not, you know? Plus, we got all the regular segments here. We got the Saturday morning preview. We've got the what's going on in the anime grindhouse, too. And, of course, we got plenty of cartoons to A-log. We got some waifus to wrangle.
Ahoy there, Skipper.
Reverb 154, the first one to take Stream Boss tonight. First super chat in of the night. Thank you so much. Ticket to ride on the BOOGA train there. Getting in early. All right. All hail that first Stream Boss there. I did add some new pop-ups. I think most of them were found on Wednesday, I think. But I added a new one. I actually replaced Gambit with another X-Men character. So we've got another. He didn't last long, you know. He didn't last too long. He's out of there. Okay. Plus, we were watching Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and of course, Wasp is top tier. Okay, best girl. So we've got a hidden one of her.
All aboard the BOOGA train.
Let's go. Thank you, Duo Maxwell. Ticket to ride on the BOOGA train. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. And I see another one.
Belly dancer waifu recovering her battle scars. Mama K using YAMS of healing on belly dancer waifu. Other baconeers will need to bring out belly dancer tonight. YAMS out for healing our battle scared waifus.
Thank you so much, Tivo.
Gambit felt it.
Oh, around the chaos, Gambit felt it. He didn't make it. He didn't make it. Felt it. Oh, man. And, you know, he likes to play cards. He's probably used to being at the table. He probably has seen the felt a time or two, you know. Maybe he's under the table. I don't know. But I don't know. I think I like that new one. What do you guys think? I think I like that new one. It's a little bit better, a little bit appropriate, you know. Because we like Jubilee. Juby's our Ruby, right? So what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're doing well. Had a good week. It's over. If you had a bad week, it's over. Can't hurt you anymore. All right. And we're getting into the weekend. We got Saturday morning cartoons tomorrow morning. We've got the anime grindhouse tomorrow night. And probably do a gaming stream on Sunday. I say that a lot. But I'm getting back to it. Okay. I'm getting back. Everything's been kind of hectic and busy up in the air the past couple of weeks. So it's always been a big maybe. But now things are finally settling down. The dust is settled, okay? The smoke is clearing. And so we need to get back to the regular schedule of things for the other channels. I need to upload some songs to Radio Bacon, too. I've been neglecting that channel. Started out strong, and then it kind of fell by the wayside. So I need to put some more tracks on there. Some tunes from old tunes, right? Classic tunes from the old tunes. So yeah, we're going to put some songs back on there. We're going to do a gaming stream over the weekend. And of course, we're locked in tonight for Sterner stuff, kicking off the weekend right. This is how we do every Friday, welcoming in the weekend here with some good laughs. You know, we just sort of kick back, relax, joke around a bunch. We got plenty of cartoons to riff on. You know, got a couple of memes here for you for the Saturday morning preview. We've got some waifus to wrangle. We got a couple of news bits to go over, some things, you know, some good, some bad, mostly good though. So yeah, plenty of stuff to go over. Kick off the weekend, right? And hopefully everybody's just relaxing, chilling. You got your Zook, your Spark, your Crystal Twist, your Spin, your Fupa. All right. So hopefully you got it all. Maybe some pizza rolls too. Can't forget those. Can't forget those. Let's get some pizza rolls raining and a waifu swanging for the stream boss, T-Bone Tony. All hail. I was gonna do a proper hailing of the stream boss for Reverb 154. He got in there early, but T-Bone's already taken him out.
Friday night again. On with the pin-ups, waifus and fun.
Thank you, Crossfire Man. Cake detected there. Hey, it actually worked this time. The pop-ups all seem to be working. I probably just jinxed it.
Say all hail the Baroness!
Cake detected. Another banging Friday with Orbital and the Baconeers. By the way you're dressed, it seems someone is ready to enter Sliver Country.
Oh, we can't stop here. Whoa, wait a minute. We can't stop here. This is Sliver Country. Hey, you recognize it. I'm glad you recognize that. Yeah, you know, I figured it would be good to have a Friday attire. You know, it's like casual Friday, right? Always so dressed up there. It's starting to get hot outside. That coat with the fur collar, man, it's getting hot. So yeah, we gotta have some appropriate dress here for casual Friday. We're kicking back, we're relaxing. We're gonna have a good time, man. This is the best way to kick off the weekend, is hanging out with the Baconeers, the best community on YouTube, and just enjoying some jokes, some memes, the old classic cartoons. What's the thing I say? The latest memes from these 30 and 40-year-old cartoons. The latest memes from all these old cartoons. There you go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to kick off the weekend right. That's how we do it. So hopefully everybody's doing well. And yes, Crossfire, also pinups. Pinups are inbound. Okay, I got plenty of them for you tonight. We've got Master Krakken on deck. We've got the YAMS out.
Let's see these yams here.
Well, there you go. Reverb, ask and you shall receive. There you go. Usually it's the transformation from the character into, you know, whatever powered up form. But in that case, it was just her costume. Her costume was transforming. But hey, nobody's complaining, right? So thank you, Reverb. Take it back, Stream Boss. Uh-oh. We might have a battle on our hands. What's going on? Thank you, Reverb 154. All hail the new Stream Boss. Let's see how long you can hold on to it there. That's not a bad health bar. Not bad at all. Nothing to shake a stick at there. 21 hit points on that health bar. So let's see. We might have a battle on our hands. You and T-Bone. Maybe somebody's going to come in with a super kick out of nowhere. I do have a couple, like I said, those super chat pop-ups. Got a couple hidden ones in there, including Vince. He's gone but not forgotten. He's still hiding around. He's still lurking. You're still able to kick him out. He's just a hidden one. And then we've got Wasp from the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. She's a hidden one, but not
Washington.
I sent a $9 super chat. Never showed up.
Yeah, it did.
Skeptical.
Yeah, Maverick, you came in. We were hailing the Baroness. Maverick. I was getting there. Don't worry. Yeah, Cake detected another banging Friday. Is that the one? It most certainly popped up. Okay, the boat was rocking. She was hanging on tight. All right. So thank you, Maverick. I appreciate that. And yeah, hopefully everything does work. Like I said, I probably jinxed it, you know, probably jinxed it with the pop-ups working. Hey, everything's working fine. Something's going to glitch out now. You know, that's the way it goes. But yeah, so hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's say hi to the people in the chat. I see Lyndon Lukeen in there, man. It's good to see you back. You know, you're back from the old days, man. The old days, like the old times, the before times, right? But yeah, let me give a shout out to everybody who's here, and we'll get started. We got plenty to get into. We got almost 100 people. That's a great start. That's what I like to see. All right. If you want that shout out, you know what to do. Oh, wait a minute. Let's let Jubilee dance a little bit first.
I love the title for this super chat.
Oh, you know, you love it like a mall babe likes chili fries? Huh? Is that how much you like it? As much as a mall babe likes chili fries? Let's go, man. I'm glad you're enjoying that one. Thank you. I like it too, man. Gambit was cool and all, and I'm probably going to end up just making that like a something on the soundboard or, a little pop-up. I need to do that and the Skeletor, just like a woman, but the life don't get much better than this. I got to have those too. So, all right. So Jubilee's done dancing for a second. Let me give some shouts out to the chat. You guys already know. Look, I didn't even have to say it. And everybody's already putting that bacon up. So you know what to do. Put that bacon in the sky. And we got the Gyat Fairy dancing too. A visit from the Gyat Fairy.
First dance.
It is the first dance. Thank you, Painting and Rambling. First dance. Wasp might be considered a Gyat Fairy. Somebody was saying that in the chat when we were watching. We were kind of riffing along. Not too much riffing, actually. More like just genuine enjoying, because it's a really good show.
What in tarnation?
Oh, everybody run. It's blood work for crying in the mud, Bobby. What in tarnation, man. Always coming up with those old Midwestern mom gimmicks, like whatever they used to. What in tarnation? That's like Southern. That's more Southern. I don't know. Normally you have like, for Pete's sake, for crying in the mud, Bobby, don't you know? That one's more Southern though, the what in tarnation. All right, look at all the bacon flying up. I gotta scroll up here, make sure I shout out everyone before it goes by too fast. All right, let's see who's in here. I saw Lyndon Lukeen. What's going on, man? We got Ron McChaos. Hail. We got Kakarot. Wait, let me say it right. Kakarot. All right.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Is she talking to herself? I think she's talking to herself, because that's a stacked cat girl. Thank you, Titan. No message there. Just wanted to, stack up the meter, the perpetual waifu machine. The waifus, they go whack for the stack. Thank you, Titan, so much. Let's see. We got Maverick Cat in here. Yeah, your super chats are showing up, buddy. The Power George Washington showed up too. I don't know. Maybe there's a delay. I'm reacting to him. Everybody else saw him. It's like a ghost in the machine for you or so. I don't know, man. I'm just messing with you, dude. They're showing up. I don't know. Saint Adam, hail. We got Rusty Heckler in here. Prince of the Abyss, T-Bone Tony, who is possibly in a battle with Reverb 154 for Stream Boss. We shall see. We shall see. Shouts out Reverb as well. Let's see who else. Geek Goblin, what's going on, man? Good to see you back here. You become a familiar face. A new face that's become a familiar face. Always like to see that. Hopefully the other new faces, I see some other new faces in the chat. Hopefully you'll stick around and become familiar faces as well. Let's see who else. We got Wolfpack Gaming JD, Iceman Slim, Richard Hooper, what's going on? We got Philip Fabian, Inzeru, No Name OVA. We got Ronald Neal, Daharka88, hail. Let's see who else. We got Alchemy in here. Good to see you, Alchemy. Lord Darkfire, Jason Long, Ricardo Vasquez. We got Kinzo's Creations. What's going on, man? I saw that 3D print. I think it was 3D printed. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you did like a 3D printed, what is it? The Crystal Castle? It's not Castle. I almost said Castle Grayskull. That's He-Man though. The Crystal Castle is She-Ra, right? And I guess you painted that yourself too, man. Looked awesome. Looked awesome. I saw that. I posted it in the collector channel as well. Let's see who else we got. Taverns Pull, hail. We got Crossfire. What's going on? Imputee. What's going on, man? Hunter Batista, Abnormal Edits. There's another new face that became a familiar face, man. It's good to see you hanging around. We got Ace of Spades, 88, hail. What's going on, buddy? Let's see, Lyndon Lukeen. Yeah, when you dubbed changelings as honorary Cybertronians while playing Transformers Devastation. Oh, yeah, that's old school. That's old school, man. Lyndon Lukeen from the before time. Nerdic Warrior, good to see you, man. Painting and Rambling. Let's see, we got Duo Maxwell. We got Rob TV. Who else? I'm scrolling down. I had to scroll way up. All right, so now I got to scroll way down. Let's see, we got Hot Retarded Chicks. One of the best names in the business. One of the best names in the business there. Hot Retarded Chicks. What's going on, man? Bloodwork, everybody. Run. Let's see who else we got. Rosenkrantz and Guildenstern. I'm surprised I didn't mispronounce that. There's always somebody's name I mispronounced, but tonight it was not you. Let's see who else we got here. Zach Long, Adam for Christ, what's going on? We got Blade 2.0. Make sure you get a hat for your hat. Let's see, JVX, good to see you back, man. I think I saw a few others returning from a hiatus. I say Jelani, I think it's Neo 007 is in here. Who else? I'm sorry, I keep scrolling down here.
George Washington.
Testing one more time for the bacon.
Maverick Cat, testing 1, 2, 3. I see it. I see. Are you hearing me, buddy? Are you hearing me, brother? You know, I can see it. I can see it. They're popping up. They're here. The sleeper has awakened. Okay, you're good. But thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? I don't know. I scrolled like way down. I probably skipped over a few people. If I missed you, I apologize. I'll keep an eye on the chat. I'll give you a shout out as we go along. And of course, as always, you can yell at me through a super chat if you'd like to. That's going to fill the perpetual waifu machine and keep the pinups going. You know, we got to pay those artists. We got to put food on the table, keep the station in orbit. All right. So that all goes towards that. It really is a big help. You guys are awesome. Super generous. We've got big support right out the gate. And like I always say, best community on YouTube. Love the bacon ears. And we're so back. All right, we are so back. Have you noticed we got the Orbital Bacon name back again? I learned my lesson. I'm not going to mess around testing out different names on YouTube because they won't let you change it back for 2 weeks, okay? I figured that out the hard way, learned that the hard way, right? So it's like, okay, I'll just use my imagination if I ever get that weird inkling to change the name. Although I don't think I will. I don't think I'm going to get even, it kind of spoiled all the fun. I'm like, no, I don't even want to do it. We're going back. Hunter Batista says, rip Rewind TV. Did anybody even like it though? That's the weird thing, man. When it first changed, everyone was like, oh man, the name change. What's going on? The name change. And now that I got it changed back, I think Tomatoes was saying it. Now Hunter is saying it. And it's like, oh man, we're going to miss Rewind. It was only there for like a week and a half. It was barely even there, barely even there. It's kind of crazy. But you know what? I kept the change in the title. I put a little change in the, it's more like the description, the channel description, but it's like right under the title. It's kind of like the slogan, rewinding to the good old days, right? We're going to rewind to the good old days, right? So I kept that there. So that way it's still got a little bit of a lingering memory. It'll still be around, right? Look at Grumpy Monks putting up the VHS tapes. I'm going to return those videotapes, okay? I'm going to return those videotapes. All right, I see you too, Saint Adam. You're not getting away. All right, we're returning those videotapes, okay? Rewind TV was just a blip. It was felted, all right? Rewind TV felted, all right? What's going on? Lando's 5,000. Orbital Bacon for the win. Thank you, man. I'm glad I'm glad some people like the original. I thought that's the whole thing. We like the old stuff. I thought the originals were best. We don't like all these remakes and reboots. The Rewind TV, that was like a reboot. That's no good. We like it. Keep it original here. Old school, right? Okay. So we're so back. We are so back. JVX says, I'm too attached to the Orbital Bacon name. Yeah, and it works well. We've got the Bacon Ears. We've got the Orbital Station with the different channels, plus the Discord where we have the OBTV watch parties. Those have been a blast. Put ones up if you've been attending those OBTV watch parties, man. We've had some really killer ones this week. We were watching RoboCop, the live-action TV series from 1994. We've been watching Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Last night, we stayed up pretty late watching a bunch because, kicking off the Avengers show, it really brought back a lot of fond memories pre-Disney era, before. Talking about the before time again, right? Before Disney owned Marvel, it was actually Paramount. I didn't even realize that Paramount was the one putting out the Marvel movies back then. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, we were watching Captain America and Thor, and then of course the first Avengers movies. Kind of going in order. We might have skipped one or two there, but kind of going in order. We didn't watch Iron Man, but to be honest, I know that's a lot of people's favorites. But to be honest, that was my least favorite of that first, I guess, phase one, whatever the hell they called it. But that opening salvo of movies where each character got their origin story movie. Iron Man was my least favorite. I like Captain America the best, followed by Thor. Those were my two, So yeah, we watched those last night. We watched the Avengers movie, although I did kind of fall asleep. Like I said, we stayed up late, man. It was crazy. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I see some ones. I see a good bit of ones, actually. A good bit of ones there for people that have been attending those OBTV watch parties, man. They are certainly a good time. We get to riff on it in the chat, just like we do with the Saturday morning cartoons and stuff. But the difference, the bonus, right, is that we can watch whatever. There's no copyright blocks. You know, I was mentioning the Disney connection there, even before.
It's not the title change that threw me off. It was the loss of the older live streams for the time being. With the return to the Orbital Bacon name, the older live streams are back on YouTube.
Yeah, they're back now too. Not all of them. They're like slowly rolling out, but yeah, they're coming back. Thank you, Reverb154, for that dance from Yuri there. And yeah, they're coming back on. You know, like I said, I was just trying to organize stuff. It was seeming to get a little too, like there was like old live streams that were irrelevant, you know, especially the Friday ones, because it's always like the Saturday morning preview and stuff. So if it's weeks or months, or in some cases, I think a year later, right? I mean, we've been doing this for a while now, and some of those streams are so old. It's like, well, what's the point of having those up there? You know, because they just have previews for really old Saturday volumes, you know? I don't know. I guess there's memes in there. There's actually, yeah, there's a lot of memes in there. If you want to ever check out the moment of Zook, or just skip to the pinups or whatever it is. So, you know, there's some value there. I was kind of debating on if I wanted to do clips, like go through and just chop them up into clips and re-upload them. And that's why I took them down, because I didn't want it to look like something was doubling up. Like, oh, wait, that's the same thing, right? But then I'm like, you know, that's going to screw with what people are used to seeing the uploads for the Saturday morning cartoon stuff. So that's why I'm like, yeah, you know, and then the name, it was all just a big experiment that I was like, screw it. We've got a good formula here. We're going to stick to it. Okay. We got a good formula. We're going to stick to it. So, but no, I'm glad that you enjoy the replays of those live streams, and most of the channel surfing. The channel surfing is much more like evergreen. You know, you can go back and enjoy channel surfing really whenever. It doesn't really matter if it's late, if it's old, whatever. So those will definitely stay up. But the sterner stuff, I'm kind of picking and choosing, because like I said, I feel like a lot of them are irrelevant once they're so far removed from the videos that they were talking about and the news that we were talking about and stuff like that. But, you know, I'll put a few up there. The interview with Doug TenNapel, the creator of Earthworm Jim, that one's back up there. The interview with Mark and Tim, the creators of Common America, that's back up there, because those are definitely significant anytime. You know, those are just really cool moments. Getting some special guests on the channel. Probably going to try to get some special guests here over the summer. We'll see how that goes. I got a few in mind. I'm always open to suggestions, but yeah, we'll try to get some more guests on here as well. We've had others. Those were just the ones, probably my favorite ones. I don't know. You know, Earthworm Jim, that's a classic game, cartoon. I even had some of the action figures. So of course that's going to, you know, have a spot in my heart, you know, sentimental value and all that. So, yeah, they're awesome. I'm glad you know, posterity. Okay, fair enough. Ron McHale says posterity. Crossfire says because they're awesome. Okay. Yeah, you're winning me over. You're winning me over here. Rob TV says, I disagree. I enjoy watching the older shows from time to time. Well, okay. You know what? You're winning me over. Maybe they're all going to come back up. Okay. At the very least, you can still access them via the playlist. You know, just go to the playlist, and all the channel surfing and all the Sterner Stuff streams are right there in the playlist, even the ones that might not show up under the live tab. So fear not. Dan Wren, what's going on, man? You got some cake in the oven?
Wait. Rebooting the old live streams? What is this, Disney?
No. I'm not going full Disney reboot. No, we're not going to do. If I did that, I would do like a live action reboot with a face reveal. You know what I mean? If we were going full Disney, we'd have to do it the way they're doing it and make it live action. You know, what was originally animated, illustrated, whatever, with all the avatars and all that. We'd have to go live action remake with a face reveal. So no, we're not going full Disney. Okay, don't worry about that. Let's see who else. I keep saying, man, a lot of good chats. You guys are, yeah, Snow White, Lord Darkfire. We're going to talk about that. Or as I call her, Mud Brown. That's because it's not Snow White. Let's be real. That's not Snow White. But yeah, we call her Mud Brown. Dan Wren, good to see you, man. Yeah, you got some cake in the oven. All right. Good to know. Herbert Lamar is here. What's going, Herbert? Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat, give you guys shouts out as we go along here. So No, Ace of Spades says I'm going to be race swapped. No! No, it's so over. Oh, it's so over. No, we're definitely not rebooting anything. No way. Okay. Oh my goodness. That's a nightmare. Ace of Spades. No. Neo007 says for Earth's Mightiest Heroes, was it episode 5 through 10? It was 5 through 8. We're doing 4 at a time. So we did 1 through 4 on Tuesday. We did 5 through 8 yesterday. And then we'll do 9 through 12 on Tuesday. We do them every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern in the OBTV Discord. It's basically a fun hangout. You know, it's not like as busy as some bigger Discords, but the real draw is that we get to do the watch parties, watching whatever shows, whatever movies, no copyrights, you know, fuck you Disney, fuck you Warner Brothers, because they're really strict about their shit. You know, so we can watch all the, you know, the Batman, the animated series. In fact, I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into the news and updates, because I want to show you guys a couple of previews. I've been using some of the funds that you guys are so generous with here to acquire more DVDs.
Speaking of Mud Brown, no sooner than we showed Bacon Part 3 last week than Chat Music puts out Part 4. For your enjoyment, sir.
Oh, Crossfire spoilers, man. I've already got it queued up. for the news and updates segment. Oh, spoilers.
If Orbital got race swapped by Disney, would that make him burned bacon?
Oh, shit. Whoa. Oh, okay. You see, Maverick-Cat, your super chats are showing up, buddy. Okay, you know, is Maverick-Cat just like, well, since my super chats aren't showing up, I'm gonna make a bunch of spicy jokes here. I'm just gonna say some edgy stuff here. Let's go. Yo, Maverick-Cat, they're showing up. Everybody can see that. Crispy. Yeah, St. Adam, crispy. Oh no. Oh, you guys are killing me already. My goodness, man. See, this is a sign of how tonight's going to go. I think so. Maverick Cat said, I was just testing it out. Yeah, okay, man. They're good, man. They're good. No, you guys are awesome. But yeah, so I've been using some of the funds that you guys are so generous with. Obviously, the vast majority go to the artist to keep the perpetual waifu machine functioning. But whatever's left over, I basically just add to the DVD collection for stuff, whether it's stuff that I can rip and show here on YouTube, like we did with Vitor, the Starfire Champion. Finally got that long lost episode 2. I mean, there's only 4 episodes, and it was really weird. They lost one, right? But I got the DVD, so we had all 4 episodes. Put that up here on YouTube since it's lost media. I don't think anybody owns it. But then there's the stuff that we can't watch here. You know, Hanna-Barbera, Disney/Marvel, Warner Brothers, they block a lot of stuff. So I've been getting a lot of those series on DVD as well for OBTV. Oh, speaking of, rocking out, Jubilee, let's go.
No, they will change him for vegan bacon.
Oh no. That's kind of like a gender swap, or like turning me from straight to gay. You know, that's something else Disney likes to do. Okay, it's not like that's outside of the realm of Disney's normal tactics, right? So we're gonna get race swapped. We're gonna be turned straight to gay and be vegan bacon. I don't think so.
If Disney race swapped Orbital bacon, then he would be undercooked bacon, rubbery and limp.
What does that even mean? What? Dark 88, thank you, man. Fueling up the thrust bus, and then we got Jubilee. I'm glad people like Jubilee, man. She's rocking out. That X-Men theme is badass, you know? So, yeah, everybody's on fire tonight, man. Tavern's full. You ain't kidding, man. Everybody's on fire tonight. My goodness. Extra spicy memes here. We haven't even got the show started properly yet, you know? It's like, whoa, buddy. No, you guys are cracking me up. This is fucking hilarious. But, you know, that's why I put that warning at the start. You know, this is not for the easily offended. You know, this is for grown-ups who can handle jokes, okay? Disclaimer that this is for grown-ups who can handle jokes. Okay, it's not for the easily offended or people who can't take a joke or handle people joking around just having fun. Yeah, so we did the shout outs. Okay, one's up if you're here for the long haul. 2 if you got other things to do. We're gonna get the show started properly. Okay, I know it's 30 minutes in. I've been hot dogging and grandstanding, but you know what? I kind of blame you guys, chat. You're making me laugh too much. Okay, so I'm getting derailed over here. The BOOGA train's going off the rails. Okay, we're going off the rails in a BOOGA train. All right, so one's up if you're here for the long haul. 2 if you got other things to do. We're gonna get started here. I got plenty of stuff to get into. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. think you guys are going to enjoy it. I cooked up some good memes here. We've got a really nice lineup. That's probably what I'm most excited is to show you what we've got lined up for tomorrow morning. Got a really good lineup for tomorrow morning Saturday cartoons. And I'm super excited for the Anime Grindhouse, man. It's another classic. We've been sort of delving into the more well-known classics. Normally the Anime Grindhouse is like super obscure. Lots of times people are saying, man, I've never even heard of this, right?
And no more Black Star, because the Trobbits wouldn't be allowed within a mile of a school.
Oh, hey, that's a reference. I know. I understood that reference. We just watched Avengers last night. I saw that scene. I feel like Captain America right now. Okay, I feel like Captain America right now. I understood that reference. I know what you're talking about. And like I said, I've got part 4 queued up for the news and updates segment. We're going to talk about that. More like laugh about it. It's more like laughing about it. There's only so much that anyone else can say. A lot of people have already said it, but we got to laugh about it, right? Zachlit says, "Leave your delicate sensibilities at the door." Exactly, man. Exactly. It's like coat check. Get a ticket and leave your delicate sensibilities at the door, man. We're just here. We're here to have fun. Okay, we're here to have fun. It's Friday night. We've all been working hard all week. Some people still have to work over the weekend, so it may not even be like, feeling like a Friday night for you. But hopefully you're here to have some fun regardless. Let's go. Crossfire with a visit from the Gyat Fairy.
Speaking of jokes, what's Irish and stays outside all year long? Patio furniture.
Okay, that was pretty. That was like a dad joke, but that was pretty good.
Idea for anime grindhouse Lady Death.
Oh, Beaver Hunter, I know you're new here. I was about to say you must be new here, but I know you're new here. And hopefully you had a good birthday. I do remember it was your birthday on Wednesday for channel surfing, so hopefully you had a good birthday. Check out, it was like the second animated movie. It was before I was even calling it Anime Grindhouse, and it wasn't even just anime. We were showing all sorts of animation, mostly from the US, movies and stuff like Gen 13, Lady Death, Mosaic. Let's see, what were some of the other ones? Robin and the Dreamweavers. Oh, how could I forget Robin and the Dreamweavers? That's a fever dream, okay, of a movie. And I think Lady Death was like the second one. So if you go to the homepage and scroll down, you'll see under the Anime Grindhouse and the Orbital Station other channels, you'll see animated movies. They're kind of like their own separate playlist. And Lady Death is in there. It's not, hey, don't get me wrong, not a bad suggestion because that movie's really fun. It's very cheesy. I mean, hey, we like cheese, okay? The cheese must flow. We like the cheese around here. But it is definitely cheesy. It's not like you're going to go in there and expect a masterpiece cinema. But it's a fun movie.
Just want to say that on Fridays I wait to see your community post before I crack open my own can of White Monster.
Based, let's go, Blade 2.0. That's how it should be done. So you can truly toast, cheers. Cheers. You've earned it, man. You made it to Friday. You've earned it. That way you can, clank the can against your screen. Not too hard. You don't want to break anything. But, clank the can there. Cheers. Toast to you, all the Baconeers, right? Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Hell yeah. I keep seeing the Gyat Fairy pop up. I'm waiting for somebody to find Wasp. I'll give you a hint. Well, I'll just tell you what it is. I won't even give you a hint. I'll just tell you what it is. Because if you've noticed, Tara's Rockin, right? She's listed in the list. She's what, $4 now? She used to be hidden, and maybe that can be your hint. Maybe that can. Before I tell you exactly what it is, I'll just say, yeah, she's the new Gyat Fairy Wasp, the Wasp Fairy. She is what Tara used to be when Tara was hidden, and now Tara's back. And it was suggested when we were watching it. It's not even. It's really. Well, you'll see. It's not. It's all right.
Nifty.
Maybe this.
There you go. Crossfire found it. Crossfire, look, she's waving at. Oh shit! Crossfire? What did you say to her, man? What did you say to her, buddy? She's just trying to say hi. She thought it was nifty that you found the hidden pop up. What did you say to her, man? Making all those faces at you. What's going on? You gotta wrangle that waifu, okay? So there we go. That'll probably be the first of multiple. Okay, Wasp is top tier.
Is this worth $3.50?
I don't know. You said, well, yes. I think you just offended her, Maverick Cat. Oh my! I think she's worth more than that. You're going, is this worth $3.50? Look at, man, pissing her off, man, pissing her off there. My goodness. Yeah, she can hear you. Okay, she can hear you, man.
Your super chats are showing up. She can see them too. No, so yeah, is it worth it? Okay, it's worth it. Taverns Full says, okay, it's worth it. So there we go. We got no, it's not. What do you mean it's censored? It's not censored. That's how the show cropped it off. That's how, I don't know what you mean. So yeah, we've got the Wasp Fairy. She's gonna be, that's the first of multiple. She's gonna be featured in a few more super chat pop-ups in the future as we get through the series. We still have a few episodes to get to. If you know, you know. There's one in particular. It doesn't show up for a little while. I think it's on volume 3 or volume 4 of the DVDs, and they each have like 6 or 7 episodes. I think it's like 7. I don't know. They kind of change it around sometimes. But yeah, we got a little ways to go. But once we get there, you'll know when you see it, and that's definitely going to be a pop-up. Definitely. Neo says Janet Van Dyne is our new super chat meme now. Oh yeah, we're just getting started, man. We're just getting started with the Janet Van Dyne, aka Wasp. We're just getting started with her, man. But yeah, that's the latest and greatest super chat meme. And of course, Jubilee. Don't forget, Jubies are Ruby, all right? And she can dance to the X-Men theme like a mall baby eats chili fries, all right? So you got that. You got a couple other new ones that were added last week. I'm, trying to keep it fresh, but there's still some oldie goldies in there, We can't get rid of them all. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying that. How are we doing on those meters? Well, we can find out, man. We can find out. That's a good question. Let's see where we're at. Hit the music. Look at it go. Oh, look at it go, man. That's 1 meter down. 1 meter down already. Oh, shit. How did I know? Hey, glad I'm wearing this shirt. I got the right shirt on tonight because we can't stop here. This is Sliver Country. Oh, what are we doing? Can't stop there. It's almost the 2nd meter. You guys are really going to like these pinups too. I think we've got all the artists. We've got Master Krakken, of course, the headliner, right? Master Krakken. Odacat's in there. We've got a few leftovers from Odacat, and I believe Master Godai. I'm not sure. I had Master Godai working on some comics, so he hasn't been doing as many pinups because I've had him very busy, keeping him. I feel bad. I'm like, man, I think I might be overworking you, man. I feel bad. But Master Godai, aka Mr. Two Scoops, he's been working on some comics for me. So yeah, we've got all sorts of stuff though, lined up. So you guys are in for a treat there. We'll get to that when we get to the waifu roundup segment. Isometric draft, what's going on? Hey, another new face. Hey, I like seeing new faces. Stick around, become a familiar face, man. Come back next time, all right? Let's go. All right, guys, let's get into it here.
A happy moment.
Begone, Sliver.
Hey, that is a happy moment. When you can dance your way out of Sliver Country like Godzilla right there, masterclass on dancing. Godzilla giving us the masterclass on dancing. Dance right out of Sliver Country.
Magnificent! Look at the size of that thing!
Hey Bacon, better late than not making the show.
Hey, Michael Russum, thank you, man. I'm glad you're here. Glad you can make it. That's no moon. Or is it? Look at the size of that thing.
What does Janet think of slivers?
Oh, she hates them. Oh, Panthing and Rambling. Look, she hates them. Oh, no. She's not a fan of Sliver Country. Not at all, man. Whoa, Daryl Whalen, what's going on? Holy shit. Let's fucking go. Woo. All right, put those guitars up. We're going to get the guitar waifu dancing around. She's going to be grinding on chat there. Let's go. Daryl Whalen, thank you, man. Woo! Oh, man, she's grinding on Prince of the Abyss and Ron the Chaos. Grinding on Tomatoes Kakarot. Duo Maxwell, let's go. Michael Russum, Saint Adam. Oh, she's going off the screen. She's trying to jump overboard. Get it back on. All right, there we go. No Name OVA and Geek Goblin.
My donation for the waifu pinups.
Man, thank you, Daryl Whalen. Man, appreciate it. Well, I didn't see you in the chat earlier. If you were there, I'm sorry I missed you, but making your presence known with a massive $100 super kick to the Stream Boss, taking over Stream Boss. You know, for a second, I was like, hey, you know, we're having a little bit of a battle. It's going back and forth. Reverb, TiVo, and Tony. Not anymore. That is a very respectable health bar there at 100 hit points from Daryl Walick, man. Thank you so much. Everybody's putting those guitars up. Let's go. We're rocking out, man. Rocking out. Thank you. Whoa, massive support from the Baconeers already. We danced out of Sliver Country, and then we was that a moon? I think we saw a moon. Hey, so we're dancing again. Let's go. The party doesn't stop.
A happy moment.
You can't just put Big G in a super chat and not let me know. He is the king. Hail to the king. Also, joke, what's more Irish than potatoes? No potatoes.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, wait a minute. That one's kind of dark. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You know, I thought it was oh no, wait, it's not. It doesn't mention Godzilla. It just says a happy moment, doesn't it? It just says a happy moment in the description. Although that, for me, if I hear a happy moment, I immediately think of the Godzilla dance. So, you know, it was sort of, you know, the hints were there. But I'm glad you found it. And yes, he is the king. Hail to the king. King of the monsters. Godzilla, man. And that's the classic. That's the Showa era Godzilla. That's why he's so goofy, you know, dancing around like that. They don't really have Godzilla doing things like that anymore. They kind of miss a lot of the fun with these serious, what is it, Legendary Films or whoever's making those recent Godzilla movies. They're just too serious, man. Missing all the fun. Where's my dance? Where's my dance in Godzilla? Okay, I need him to do another dance. A happy moment. I need happy moments. Okay, no, we're having happy moments tonight. Holy shit, man. We're really I feel like I'm running late or something because it's like, man, we're almost at 10 o'clock and still need to get the show started, but we're having too many happy moments here. You know, we've got Wasp. Everybody's saying something to her. I don't know. She's making faces at you. You asked her about Sliver Country. She doesn't like it, okay? She doesn't like Sliver Country, all right? So we're getting out there. We've got some meters filled up, so you definitely are going to see some pinups when we get into the waifu roundup. You guys are really going to like that. Like I said, we've got Master Krakken. We've got some leftovers from Odacat. There might be one from Master Godai. I honestly don't remember, but like I said, I've been keeping him really busy with other work. So, you know, but hey, it's all for the Orbital station in the end. You guys are going to enjoy that stuff. Hell yeah. Chichi boy, you're the name I'm gonna mispronounce tonight, I think. Chichi Boyo, Godzilla King of the Monsters from Legendary is the only MonsterVerse movie I like. Yeah, same here because it has King Ghidorah in it. King Ghidorah was always my favorite. I mean, you know, I guess you could say Godzilla's your favorite or my favorite, whatever, anybody's favorite, because it's Godzilla, right? But when it comes to the other kaiju, the other monsters from all the different Godzilla movies, King Ghidorah was by far my favorite. I love every movie that he's in, from Showa, Heisei. He wasn't really in the Millennium era. And then, of course, Legendary. Well, there was that one, it was like a one-off. I don't know what era it falls in. The Giant Monsters All-Out Attack. What a name. I told you guys, Japan's not really they're not ones for brevity when it comes to naming stuff. And yeah, it was Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack. That's the full name of the movie. What a mouthful. And King Ghidorah was actually a good guy. Godzilla was the bad monster, and King Ghidorah, Mothra, and the not mentioned in the title, Baragon, not good enough to be in the title, Baragon, they all three teamed up to fight Godzilla as more of like the heroic, the savior monsters, right? But yeah, I loved them all. So, all right, let's get into it, guys. We'll start the show proper here. Thank you so much, man. We're supporting the war effort. You know, we're waging a war on woke. We're going to be talking about that when we talk about Mud Brown here in the news and update segment. And you guys are definitely supporting the war effort tonight. My goodness. Massive generosity from the Baconeers. I feel like I should expect it because you guys are always super generous, but that's the thing is I never expect, they're not required, but they're always appreciated. These super chats, these donations, never required, always appreciated, and you guys are always awesome. So thank you so much. All right, let's get started here. We've got a blank screen. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Okay, there's the glitch. I said it earlier. I was like, you know what? I probably jinxed it, talking about how all the pop-ups are working. We weren't having any glitches in OBS, and I said I probably jinxed it. And so far, the super chats are all still working fine, but here we go. We jinxed it with the slides, but that's okay. It's an easy fix. Just went in the wrong direction there. All right, so Saturday morning preview for what we've got lined up tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is volume 94. Volume 94, guys. We're getting so close to 100. We're getting so it was a little shaky for a minute there. You know, a couple weeks ago, I'm just like, oh man, you know, they were taking down Galaxy Rangers and what was the other? TMNT 2003. You know, the Ninja Turtles from 2003. You know, so a few others. Some shows, I guess, got either their licenses renewed because Paramount is the one who has the Turtles, and they're the ones taking it down. But then Lionsgate is the one taking down Galaxy Rangers, and I'm pretty sure that's new. I don't think they owned them before. They must have just acquired the license or something. So yeah, all these shows were getting taken down, taken off the list. They could no longer be in the lineups, and you know, it's kind of a bummer. I'm like, man, how are we gonna get to volume 100 if they keep taking all the shows away? You know, but there's still plenty out there. We still find some new ones. Last week, we had a couple of shows that people were saying in the chat they'd never even heard of or never seen before, like Space Sentinels. We got Sectars in there, even though I don't think people really like Sectars that much, to be honest. Maybe it was just because it was really crunchy copy. I don't know if there exist good quality rips of that show. I'm not really sure. I think everything that's out there, at least that I've been able to find, was recorded off of VHS from the original broadcast. So it's extra crunchy. You know, I don't even know if it's 480p. It's like 360p. But yeah, so I'm not sure if that's what it was or if it was just a little too out there for people. I know that the flying bug noises are kind of annoying in that show too, so I don't know. But we might watch more. But tomorrow, don't worry. Tomorrow's lineup is going to be really, really good. I'm actually excited to get into it here for you guys, give you the preview of what we got lined up tomorrow. I think you guys are going to have fun. So hopefully I'll see you there for Saturday morning cartoons, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see what we've got. All right. Now, if you've seen the thumbnail, you already know we've got Evelyn, whatever the evil. I just call her Evelyn. Evelyn is in the thumbnail, so you already know what one thing is coming up. But I wanted to continue that theme. We had so much fun on Wednesday with channel surfing, you know, the spies and the masters of disguise. That was a whole lot of fun. And so, you know what? We're going to continue it on. And that's basically what we've got tomorrow morning. We got a lot of spies and masters of disguise. We've got Go Gadget Wrangle. Wowzers. Yeah, wowzers. Oh, he's we got to see what he's looking at here, okay? We got to see what he's looking at. He's got, you know, Go Gadget binoculars there. What is he spying there? He's definitely, you know, spies and master of disguise. He's definitely spying on something. What is he spying on? And this is going to make him say wowzers. Well, let's find out. Let's find out right here. Oh, shit. He's already zooking out, man. What is wrong? Inspector Gadget, what is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you, dude? He's like a perpetual state of zook. He's in a perpetual state of zook. Yeah, Rusty Heckler says cake detected. Is it? You might be correct. Maybe some yams are out. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, see this now the sound is messing. I've got more glitches here.
Miss Lamore? Wowzers!
Oh, wow! Wowzers! Whoa, buddy, he's one of us. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Inspector Gadget, he's one of us. He's just like wowzers, zooming right in. They didn't even hide it.
Miss Lamore? Wowzers!
Inspector Gadget is blasting off again. Yeah, he's an OG Baconeer. He's old school. He's an original Baconeer right there. Yeah, I don't remember all this stuff. You know, I don't remember a lot of waifus and Inspector Gadget. And I feel like, wow, they were holding out on us here. They definitely got some waifus and Inspector Gadget. Wowzers. He's blasting off again. Crotch rocket. It did kind of look like a crotch rocket, didn't it? Hold on, let's see that again. Hold on a second.
Miss Lamore? Wowzers!
Wowzers! Oh shit, it is! It is a crotch rocket! Holy shit! It is. You weren't kidding about that. My goodness, man. Yeah, so Inspector Gadget, an original Baconeer here. He's definitely one of us. He's got the gear for it. He's got the gear for it here. Go Gadget binoculars. I spy my little eye. Some yams out. Okay. So here we have Miss Lamore, the waifu. Apparently Gadget has some underrated waifus, man. They were maybe they were in disguise. I don't know. I don't remember any of this. Like, I used to watch this show a bunch when I was a young bacon bit, but I don't remember there being really any female characters aside from Penny. She doesn't really count, you know. Penny, whatever. But yeah, I always remember the Mad Agents. You guys remember the Mad Agents? And sometimes there would be a side villain. It was mostly Dr. Claw. But yeah, apparently we got some waifus in here. Yeah, femme fatale. A little bit of a Marilyn Monroe thing going on. You know, a little bit of a Marilyn Monroe thing going on. Yeah, and definitely a femme fatale. And I don't know. I actually don't know if she's evil or not. We're going to find out tomorrow. We got a visit from the Gyat Fairy. Let's go.
Go Gadget Yamometer.
Yeah, the Yamometer is broken, man. He launched him into space. Okay? So yeah, we got Miss Lamore here. And of course, Gadget, he's going goo goo. Not go Gadget, it's goo goo Gadget, okay? He's gaga. Gaga. He's just going nuts here for Miss Lamore, okay? He's zooking out. He definitely wants to wrangle her, okay? Get her wrangled and tangled. And we actually are going to see some of that. We are going to see a Gadget wrangle. Go Gadget wrangle. Check this out. I had to spoil a little bit of a spoiler, but I had to put this clip in here. Man, the audio keeps messing up.
She called me her hero.
Oh, he's almost blasting off again.
I was awaiting you.
Hey!
How about taking me back to my trailer for some cocoa?
Whoa, buddy. Waifu wanted to be wrangled. Whoa. At first she's like, hey, yo. I like how she did the hey, yo.
She called me her hero. Yo!
See, Gadget's doing it. He's like, yo. And then when she gets wrangled, she opens the door and gets wrangled. She goes, hey, yo. It's like WWO. We got the waifu world order. It's just too sweet. Hey, yo.
I was awaiting you.
Hey!
Go Gadget wrangle.
How about taking me back to my trailer for some cocoa?
I think that's a code word. I think cocoa is a code word. That's like fondue, They want to get some fondue, It's another Captain America reference. We're just stacking and packing the Captain America references tonight. I understood that reference. Yeah, maybe they want to get some fondue. That cocoa, hey yo, get some cocoa. All right, yeah, she's pretty happy to be wrangled. Okay, yeah, sploosh. Gadget's loving it. Man. So yeah, go Gadget wrangle. All right, he's got the wrangle arms. Go Gadget wrangle. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting episode of Inspector Gadget. Definitely not what I remember the show being like. Okay, I don't remember him being that girl crazy. Like I remember him saying wowzers, but usually it was about other stuff, just something weird happening. But in this case, he's all like, "Hey, yo, wowzers!" He's ready to wrangle. Go Gadget wrangle. Got the wrangle arms, man. He's got all the gear. Like I said, he's one of us. He's a baconeer. He's got all the gear. He's ready to wrangle. Let's go. So that's our first wife. That's gonna be up first. Is Inspector Gadget start off the morning right?
George Washington.
Coco? I think I prefer San Andreas euphemism of hot coffee.
Yeah, see, well, that's the thing, man. Like, I remember a lot of old shows, like old sitcoms and stuff. It was kind of, you're going to, invite me up for some coffee. Want to go up, have some coffee, right? That was kind of the thing. But in this case, it's Coco. I guess Gadget's not a coffee drinker. So in this case, it's Coco. And yeah, she's ready. She's ready to go. All right, she's ready to go for some cocoa. He's got the wrangle arms. Let's go. Hey, yo. All right. Yellow shirted kid, what's going on, man? Recognize you from LP's chat. Good to see you. Hopefully you're staying based. All right. Good to see you, man. All right. So yeah, he's got her wrangled and tangled. She's all for it. I don't even know if she's a villain or not. But I got to give you a little bit of a spoiler. Maybe she is a villain. Maybe she is working with Dr. Claw here because You see your, wait, wrong slide. Well, it's not really the wrong slide. It's still another good slide, but here you go. I recognize that cat. That's not Kitty. That's not Kitty. In fact, I think Kitty might be jealous over here.
Pardon me. Pontsu.
Yeah, Kitty might be jealous here. What's going on? What's going on? The Dr. Claw. What was the name of Dr. Claw's cat? Did it even have a name? I don't remember. Honestly, don't remember. Mad Cat. It's Mad Cat. Thank you, T-Bone Tony. Yeah, Mad Cat taking over Kitty's job, and he's loving life. He's loving life. Oh, a waifu? Don't mind if I do. Right? He's just jumping right in. Waifu, don't mind if I do. Yeah, so look out, Kitty. You got some competition here. You got some competition here, Kitty. Because he's just loving life right there. Yeah, pardon me. Pardon me, indeed. What is going on? So, yeah, it's going to be a really fun episode of Inspector Gadget. I'm looking forward to this one. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I was just skimming through. And when I saw Miss Lamore here and Gadget's wrangle arms, I knew. I was like, well, that's it. That's the episode for tomorrow. That's it. So, yeah, we've got this to start off the day right. We've got Inspector Gadget, a really zooked out episode of Inspector Gadget, above normal. They're all pretty weird, but this one's going to be above normal. So, Yellow Shirted Kid says that cat's always been the best character of the show. Yeah, he really is. He's the best. I love Mad Cat, even though I couldn't remember his name. But yeah, and you know what? He's loving life. He's having this is a good episode for him. Okay. Normally sometimes there's a little bit of abuse, Dr. Claw. Sometimes he gets mad. He, pets Mad Cat a little too hard, a little kitty abuse, right? Not this time. He's having a good day. This is a good episode for him. Yeah, his little laugh. Yeah, he's having a good one, man. So let's all enjoy. Let's be like Mad Cat, kick back, relax in the lap of your waifu there, and enjoy the weekend, right? But Kitty, stay on your toes. You got some competition over here, okay? Pardon me. You got some competition over here, all right? So that's gonna be a fun episode, man. How many slides have heard that? I was going a little crazy here. I've got more slides than I know what to do with. I don't remember even putting all these in here. They just snuck in, okay? They just snuck in. I was like, I put a few slides like, okay, here's Miss Lamore, Kitty or Mad Cat rather, play a couple memes. But apparently they all found their way. They all found their way into the slideshow. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, crazy, man. Wow, what's going on? How did those get in here? Yes. How did I plead the fifth? Okay, I plead the fifth. How did those get in here? I don't know. Yeah, she's doing a little bit of the rogue pose. Okay, a little bit of the rogue pose there. Of course, from a different angle, a little bit of the rogue pose. And she's rocking the cigarette holder. Hey, I've got one of those right there. Okay, let's go. All right, so Miss Lamore in Inspector Gadget, starting off the morning right with a zooked out episode of Inspector Gadget. And then, like I said, if you've seen the thumbnail, you already know we've got some He-Man and the Masters of the Universe already in the lineup. We had a very nice thumbnail courtesy of Master Krakken with that excellent Evelyn illustration there. And of course, we're going to have some Evelyn in this episode. Now, this also continues the Spies and Masters of Disguise theme, although I don't think I played enough of the clip. Kinzo's Creations, shouts out Kinzo's Creations. He sent in the clip on Wednesday, and it featured this sorceress here. I don't even remember her name, and it's not really important because it's not who you think it is. And in the clip, I was just watching the sorceress. We watched a few of her tricks, her antics, magic tricks. Okay, magic trick. Get your mind out of the gutter. Magic tricks. And I was like, all right, that's cool. He-Man made a couple of remarks about how attractive she is, which means that sounds like He-Man has a case of the not gays. So yeah, we were just laughing about that, but apparently I should have let that clip play a little bit longer or fast forward in the episode, whatever. I think it was the full episode actually. So that's probably why I cut it off early, just so I didn't get in trouble playing the whole damn episode, right? But yeah, should have fast forwarded because we would have found out that this was actually a waifu in disguise. Okay, so it fit in with the theme. That's why Kenzo sent it in. I just happened to miss that. But since we're going with that theme for tomorrow's lineup as well, staying with it with the spyfus, if you will, and the Masters of Disguise, we've got Evelyn and Beastman. Okay, so both of them are actually in disguise. It wasn't just the sorceress and the king. They were actually both in disguise. It was Evelyn and Beastman. So you're gonna have some wicked waifus on the prowl here. They're running wild. Okay, the wicked waifus running wild. tomorrow morning. It's going to be pretty crazy. So yeah, this episode's a lot of fun as well. Much like the Inspector Gadget one, this one's going to be pretty wild. It's actually, the name of the episode is the Shaping Staff. Is it the staff of shaping, something like that? I think it's the shaping staff, because I remember it being worded kind of weird. Like, that's a weird way to say it. Are you sure you didn't mean the shapely staff? I think it's the shapely staff. Whoever wields this staff becomes shapely. You know, these waifus, you know, whoever wields this staff becomes extra shapely. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to the way Master Krakken draws her. I don't know. But yeah, the shaping staff. Yeah, Daryl Way. Like, yeah, I know that's what it was, but we're just going to say it's the shapely staff, okay? I think I like that title better. I like that one better. We're going to go with the shapely staff, okay? So we've got our wicked waifu running wild here, and it's going to be pretty crazy, okay? So we're, again, starting off the morning, zooked out with Inspector Gadget, He-Man, and Masters of the Universe. Some really good episodes. You guys are definitely in for the treat. Hopefully you show up for that. But what else? What else do we have? Let me give you a few more previews here. Just a few more. I don't know. A few more slides might have snuck in here. I don't even know. They might have snuck in here. Oh, stand by for action. Stand by for action, because if the wicked waifus are running wild, then we're going to need some bounty hunter waifus to track them down. Okay? We're going to need some bounty hunter waifus to track them down. So we've got Becky here from Project Geeker. That's right. Project Geeker once again. This one hasn't gotten enough love in the Saturday morning lineups. I've only shown a couple episodes, like literally, I think 2. I think maybe there's been 2 volumes in all, nearly 100. Tomorrow's 94, nearly 100, and only 2 episodes of Project Geeker. That's a shame. So we're going to correct that. We've got Project Geeker in the lineup tomorrow, and we've got our own bounty hunter waifu right here, Becky the bounty hunter waifu, standing by for action, or more like crouching by for action right there. Let's go. Midriff City as well. She looks a little confused. Maybe she's wondering, what are you guys saying to Wasp? What are you guys saying to Wasp to make her have those reactions, you know? And that super chat pop up? What are you saying to her? What, you know, she looks a little confused. What did you do? What is it? Is it the Sliver Country? Is that what it is? Is it Sliver Country? I don't know. But yeah, we've got Becky here, Midriff City, as well as you know, pretty stacked. You know, pretty stacked and packed as well. You know, this was also by Doug TenNapel. It's kind of interesting. I mentioned him earlier. Doug TenNapel, creator of this show as well, and he knows how to draw a good waifu. Okay, he actually worked on Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, the cartoon show, and we all know Tara's rockin', right? That's another super chat pop up. Tara's rockin', and we all know he's an expert at drawing good waifus. And then of course there's Princess What's Her Name. That's actually her name. I didn't forget it. That's actually her name. Princess What's Her Name from Earthworm Jim. So yeah, we've got another one here, an underrated, underappreciated waifu in Becky from Project Geeker. And you know, a little bit of a disguise. We'll see if maybe not fooling anybody, not really gonna fool anyone, but Geeker's looking. He's like, wait a minute. What's that you're wearing? Hold on a second. That's not your normal outfit. You trying to sneak around in here? What are you wearing? What is that? Just a t-shirt? Are you in just a t-shirt? I mean, pajamas, I guess, but I like it. I like waifu pajamas when it's just a big t-shirt. I mean, who's with me? Who's with me, chat? One's up if you like just the t-shirt. I think that's always a good look, right? I think that's always a good look. It is really I remember a lot of 80s movies and stuff. You would see the waifus in just a t-shirt, you know, as their pajamas, right? One's up if you approve. 2 if it's not for you. 2 if it's not for you, but one's up if you approve. Because yeah, I think that's an excellent look. You know, Geekers, he's looking, man. It looks like his eyes are about to pop out right there. Oh, wait a minute. There you go. Oh, that is just a t-shirt. What is going on? Okay. So yeah, maybe not fooling anybody. We still recognize you. She let her hair down. She's got her hair down there. What it's kind of weird. I don't know how that works. You know, the bald with the ponytail. It's like defying physics. I don't really know how that works, but letting her hair down there, and yeah, just rocking the t-shirt look, man. That's a good look. That's a good look. So you see Geeker there. I think he might be one of us too. He's going wowzers. You know, he's pulling a Gadget, right? He's pulling an Inspector Gadget. Wowzers. Okay. So yeah, he's one of us too. He might be one of us too. He's zooking out there. Speaking of zooking out, I feel like this is the Bacon Ears just during most of the Saturday morning lineup. Oh, let's go. Reverb with a visit from the Gyat Fairy.
Becky has some impressive cannons on her, and the guns are a nice touch as well.
Indeed. You ain't kidding, man. You ain't kidding. Thank you so much. But yeah, I feel like this is a representation of the Baconeers every week. I don't know about you guys. This is how I watch it. This is how I watch the TV. Every Saturday morning, we're 94 volumes in, right? The past 93, this is me every week, right? I'm going wooga wooga booga booga. Pardon me, pantsu. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, we're going to Midriff City. We've got some stacked and packed waifus. So that's pretty. Is that you guys? Is this ever not maybe the whole time? You gotta. It's like blinking. You can't just leave your mouth hanging open the whole time. But there's certainly these moments. Yes, accurate. Rama Chaos says it's so accurate. Kakarot says it's accurate. Jaw right on the ground. Yeah. Prince of the Abyss. He's a little bit regarded, but hey, aren't we all? So Yellow Shirted Kid says, I'm the smiling dinosaur with the nightcap on. Yeah, not a bad reaction. You could still be smiling, enjoying watching TV, still wearing your nightcap, right? Still wearing your nightcap. So yeah, and that confirms as well, in case you if you couldn't already tell, that confirms it is the t-shirt pajama look. Very popular. Let's go. So we've got Becky from Project Geeker. We've got a zooked out episode of Inspector Gadget. He-Man, Masters of the Universe. What else do we got? What else? I'm not going to give everything away. We'll keep a few surprises in there. But let's see. What else we got in there? What else do we have? Oh, hey, it's the Public Destroyer of Christmas. Another Master of Disguise. I should have put that clip in there from the Christmas episode where RoboCop disguised himself as, was it a mall Santa? No. It was a snowman. It was even more obvious than a mall Santa. He was wearing this big snowman suit with his giant shoulder pads, and he's like 7 feet tall, right? He's all like jacked, jacked as fuck, right? And he's just wearing this snowman suit. Nobody suspected a thing. All right, clear, just normal, average, just another day. I mean, they were probably too busy Christmas shopping, whatever. But I should have put that clip on Wednesday for the Masters of Disguise, RoboCop in his snowman suit. But of course, with RoboCop Alpha Commando, we get Nancy here, another underrated waifu. I feel like she needs more appreciation. We need to get the artist doing some pinups. I don't think we've ever done a pinup of Nancy. My goodness, 94 volumes in, and I've actually played a lot of RoboCop Alpha Commando. That's one of my favorite shows, one of my all-time favorite shows, especially since doing these Saturday morning lineups. I might have seen an episode or two back in the day. It was like very late 90s. It was like 98, 99, very late 90s. Tail end of Saturday morning cartoons in general. It was like right before. In fact, Project Geeker was the last new Saturday morning cartoon. It was. Some people say that's what got all Saturday morning cartoons taken off the air, but that's a stretch. That's not actually true. It was a whole lot of other things behind the scenes, but it was the last new Saturday morning cartoon before they were gone. And RoboCop Alpha Commando was right before that. So we're having both. We're starting off in the 80s, and then we're going all the way to the end. We're going all the way to the end. But yeah, I can't believe it, man. I love this show. Ever since watching back through it with all the Baconeers on Saturday morning, this has become a top favorite. It's unironically good. Well, I say unironically. Let me rephrase that. I unironically enjoy it. It's not necessarily unironically good. It's ironically good. It is cheese. It is jank. It is all the things we love, right? The cheese and the jank. It's goofy as hell. We love it for that. But I enjoy it unironically. Like, I genuinely like it. It's not even, I wouldn't even say it's a guilty pleasure. I just love this show. And that being said, I can't believe that we've never had an artist do a pinup of Nancy. I'm going to have to correct that. Here. She looks a little pissed off. By it. Like, how dare you? How dare you forget? How dare you leave me out of the rotation? What is going on here? Yeah, somebody get her in your stable. She's looking a little angry, a little pissed off there. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she's giving another waifu the side eye. Maybe there's some Frosted Flakes going on. I don't know. No. In fact, it's waifu wars. It's not Frosted Flakes. It's all out waifu wars. She's rearing back. She's ready for a punch. She's about to punch this other. I like how the other waifu's just standing there like, yeah, you're going to hit me? Go ahead, hit me. Arms crossed, not even bracing for impact. She's just like, yeah, you're going to hit me? What are you going to do? Dude, I would be careful. Nancy knows how to throw a punch here, okay? She's trained, and she's been learning under RoboCop. RoboCop taught her how to do a proper punch, okay? So we'll see how the waifu wars go. Tune in for that, RoboCop, Alpha Commando. We got Waifu Wars, Waifu Mania, SM Dub, Waifu Mania running wild, all right? So yeah, she's about to slug that waifu in the face, and she's not even braced for impact, man. She's going to take it. She's going to take it on the chin. She's going to get knocked across the room. In fact, I don't even want... I was tempted to put the image of the aftermath. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. When she gets slugged, you're not going to expect it, okay? You're not going to expect what happened. All I'm going to say is she should have braced for impact. She should have braced for impact.
Side note. I sent a request from a buddy to 3D sculpt Nocturna so I can make a custom. Wooga wooga.
Oh, okay. Hey, you better make two. You better make two. I'll even, if I need to send a little money your way for the work, you know, for the materials, the raw materials to print it out for the work, because I'm sure there's some painting involved. You know, let's talk, Kenzo, because I'm gonna need one of those too, man. All right. Let's go though. Let's go. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that very much. So yeah, we need we're gonna get a pin up, Neo. Don't worry, we are. But yeah, wait till you see the results of this punch. All I'm gonna say is she should have braced for impact. But Nancy doesn't stop there. Okay, there's a couple of villains in this episode, and she's just going after them all. Where's RoboCop? I thought this was a RoboCop show. Where's RoboCop? Nancy's just going around kicking all the ass, okay? She's kicking all the ass tomorrow morning. At least in this episode, man, RoboCop's just like taking a day off, all right? He's like, look, it's Saturday. It's Saturday morning. He's kind of pulling an Inspector Gadget, which is funny because in Alpha Commando, the RoboCop really is like Inspector Gadget. He's got the Robo skis and the Robo fan and the windshield wipers. He has the Robo wipers. I shit you not. There was actually an episode where his little visor, the little eye slit in the visor, right? It got all fogged up, and he's like Robo wipers, and they start wiping. You got little windshield wipers going off on his helmet. So yeah, he really is like Inspector Gadget. So maybe he's just zooking out, just watching it, you know, going wowzers. He's off on the side, like wowzers, you know, dead or alive, you're wowzers, all right? So yeah, Nancy's just kicking all the ass, man. But I like how this guy, he's like, is it so bad? You know, he just saw what happened to the other. He doesn't look that concerned. He's just like, death by snoo, right? I saw what you did to the other waifu. If this is the way I gotta go, yeah. You know, he doesn't look that bothered. He's kind of contemplating. You know, he's pondering. Yeah, he's looking. Yeah, Ron McChaos, you caught him looking, right? He's looking, man. Yeah, you caught him, man. He's just death by snoo, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be a really fun episode. Every episode of RoboCop Alpha Commando is insane. I don't think there's a boring one in the bunch. They're all really good, and fortunately, they're still available. So you know, I should put more in the rotation because there's a 40 or 45. It's either 40 or 45. It's a good number. It's a good number of episodes. It's not a short series. It's not like 13 episodes or like Vitor, like 4 episodes, right? No, this had a full, I don't know if it was one season and they were just doing them every week for a year, or if it got renewed for a couple of 20 episode seasons. But yeah, there's at least 40. It might be around 40. I don't know. If it stops right there, it might be 45, but yeah, at least 40. So there's plenty more episodes to put in future lineups. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this tomorrow because you're going to see more in the future. All right, get used to it. Get used to RoboCop, Alpha Commando, Gadget Cop. That's what he really is. Go Gadget Cop. Go Robo. All right. And then you've got Nancy here just kicking ass, taking names, and this guy's he's thinking what I'm thinking. He's like, death by snoo. I don't know. All right, I don't know. So. Let's see. And then last but certainly not least, because like I said, we got waifus running wild, some wicked waifus, Evelyn, you know, wicked waifus running wild. And it looked like Miss Lamore from Inspector Gadget looks like she might be working for Dr. Claus. She had Mad Cat in her lap there, making Kitty jealous. Pardon me. So, yeah, you know, we got some wicked waifus running wild. Well, we're going to have some bounty hunter. The law, right? We got to have the lawful waifus to chase him down, to wrangle him up. So we've got Nancy, we've got Becky, and now we've got American Maid. That's right, Spoon. All right, Spoon, it's time for another episode of The Tick. We've got American Maid here and The Tick. And I found another episode. I was actually hoping, you know, I thought I had already played them all, the ones with El Cid. He's one of the villains, El Cid. And I thought I'd already played them all because he's in a couple episodes, and normally that's all they get. Each of the villains, they're lucky if they get multiple episodes, right? But I found a third one. And you know what that means? Not the bees! Not the bees! Oh, they're in my eyes! Death by Snoo. Bees! So yeah, with Elseed, we get the best henchmen or henchwomen, really. The best henchwomen in all of Saturday morning cartoons. That's right, the twin bees, all right? Twin bees, double B, BB, Buzz, let's go, all right? So yeah, we've got the bees here with American Made, and we also get something that sort of does a crossover of a couple of recent trends. You know, we have those fashion trends here on the Orbital Station. You guys have seen some of them in the intro when the slides go by. You saw the tiny overalls, of course, the standard Orbital Station dress code.
Tiny mini skirt.
That's the standard Orbital Station dress code right there. So we have tiny mini skirts, tiny overalls. But one of the more recent ones, sort of like the battle bikini, is we had the tree kini or the leaf kini. Some people kind of different. Some people just call it the jungle bikini. You know, it's kind of whatever you want to call it. But basically, when the waifu is stuck out in the wild, a wild waifu, right, and she has to fashion herself an outfit out of leaves and branches and twigs and whatnot, and that's been sort of a popular fashion, latest and greatest fashion here on the Orbital Station. And while we may not get that exactly, we get it repurposed, okay? We get it repurposed. So instead of the leaf bikini, we get the leaf wrangle, okay? Leaves and vines, the same materials that you would make the leaf bikini out of has been used to now wrangle a waifu, all right? So we've got her tied to the wrangle chair, you know, make like a tree and get the fuck out of here, all right? So that's what we're going to have for the Tick tomorrow. And there will be a couple other surprises. Didn't want to show every show that we have, you know, a couple of surprises in there, but that gives you a good idea of what we got for the lineup tomorrow. It's going to be zooked out. We've got spies, masters of disguise. We've got wicked waifus running wild. We got a wild waifu wrangled with the leaves and the branches here. And then, of course, we got some bounty hunter babes that are going to bring everyone to justice at the end of the day, all right? So it's going to be a really good lineup. Hopefully you guys will be there for that tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, all right? That's your Saturday morning preview. Now, for the Saturday night anime, for tomorrow night, Anime Grindhouse, midnight Eastern Standard Time, and this is over on the second channel. It was kind of weird. I think I keep jinxing myself, just like with the technical glitches. I was saying last week and probably the week before, I'm like, hey, people don't really ask where Anime Grindhouse is. I think they've all figured out that it's on the second channel. And lo and behold, I've started getting comments again. Where's the Anime Grindhouse? Are you going to upload any more anime here? And so letting everybody know it's over on the second channel, Orbital Bacon Bits. All right, Bacon Bits. Maybe I should, well, no, if I just rename it to Bacon Bits, you're going to end up coming up with like food videos or something if you search it. But yeah, Orbital Bacon Bits, that's the second channel. And that's where Anime Grindhouse takes place, as well as a bunch of live action shows. If you like cheesy stuff that's not just animated, but the live action as well, I've got things like Conan the Adventurer, the live action TV series, not to be confused with the Saturday morning cartoon. We've got The Adventures of Sinbad, Black Scorpion, Lex. A bunch of movies are over there. We were watching Santa's Sleigh and Elves on Christmas. We've got the live action Vampirella movie. Did you guys even know that existed? Okay, before comic book movies were really a big thing. It was 1996, I think, when that movie came out. So, you know, there were some comic book movies around back then, but it wasn't the craze that it is now. And they were already doing a deep cut with Vampirella, and she's played by Katana from the Mortal Kombat movies. If you guys remember the live action Mortal Kombat movie, I know Annihilation is shit, but the first one was really good, right? And the actress who plays Katana plays Vampirella. That movie is over there. So yeah, lots of good classic cheese and janky live action shows, as well as the Anime Grindhouse takes place every week, every Saturday, midnight Eastern Standard Time, over on the second channel. You can find it by going to the homepage here on this one. Just scroll down and you'll see it's a section called the Orbital Station. It shows the other channels. I got a gaming channel, I got a music channel, and I got a second channel with the anime and the live action stuff. So make sure you subscribe to at least one of those. Go for the hat trick. Go for all three, right? I'm going to start updating the music channel again, and I'm going to do a gaming stream on Sunday. So there'll be content on everything, all right? But for the Saturday night anime, for what we have tomorrow night, it kind of goes along with what we just saw there, you know, with the vine wrangle, the leaves and everything. Because, all right, guys, get ready. Put your grasses on, okay? Put your grasses on. Nothing will be wrong. We're watching Berserk. We're going classic right here. I know I said before, I've been diving into some of the classics because I'm running out of obscure stuff that people have never seen before. So, hey, why not go for some of the all-time greats? We saw Akira. We saw Fist of the North Star. We saw the Guyver. In fact, the past 2 weeks, we did the Guyver Volume 1, Volume 2 to get that original OVA out of the way, right? And now we're going to my personal favorite. Okay, this is my personal favorite anime of all time.
We need an animated version of Vampirella, and of Red Sonja as well. If they can make a Lady Death animated movie, they can make some of those too easy.
Hell yeah, thank you, Reverb154. You know there's a live action Red Sonja coming out. It's been in the can for a while. Like they finished filming years ago, and I think it's going to have an R rating too. But yeah, there's a live action Red Sonja, but I would prefer an animated one. Kind of like how the Marvel animated movies, again, this was back before Disney bought them out, so they were still making good stuff. They had some really good, like the Hulk Versus series. There was one for Doctor Strange that was really good. Yeah, I would love to see that. Kind of like how Lady Death in that same style, of Lady Death. I would love to see Red Sonja. That would be great. But yeah, so we're doing Berserk, all right? Put your grasses on, because we are going with my personal favorite all-time anime ever, and manga series. I mean, just anything, basically my favorite story to come out of Japan. This is like my favorite story that has come out of Japan, Berserk. And we're doing the 1997 anime, the classic, the good one, all right? I don't even really like that trilogy. I know a lot of people like that trilogy because it was a lot better than the 2016 abomination, right? Anything would be better after that. I mean, that's not really a tough act to follow. But it's still, I was like, you know, it just didn't do it for me. It just didn't do it for me. The 1997 anime is peak. It follows the manga really well, even though it doesn't have a proper ending. Spoiler, I'm not going to do a true spoiler. Nobody else better spoil it either. But it does end on a cliffhanger, which kind of sucks. Kind of sucks that it ends on a cliffhanger. It is what it is. If you want to see what happens, you just got to go to volume 13 of the manga, and it's like halfway through that volume. I don't remember the exact chapter number. If I remember, maybe I'll look that up and I'll let you guys know next time what the exact chapter, or maybe I'll wait till we get to the end. Because we're gonna have to watch this in a couple of volumes. There's 27, I believe, 27 episodes. So it's gonna take us a few volumes to get through it. And when we get near the end, I'll let you know the exact chapter if you want to look it up, because the anime ends in literally the middle of a chapter. Okay, it ends in the middle of the chapter, so it's like, what's gonna happen? But because it's so faithful to the manga, you can find exactly where it ends in the book, and then just read on from there and find out what happens. And I highly recommend the books. The books are amazing. They're obviously better. You know, books are usually better than the adaptations, but you know, it's really worth a read. This anime is definitely worth a watch. And hopefully it'll be new to a couple people. I mean, it's from 97, so if you weren't into that stuff back then, and plus, it was kind of hard to find back then. This was back, I remember doing VHS trades, you know, and then they finally started releasing it on DVD. I got the whole thing on DVD. But yeah, it's more well-known now. Berserk has gotten a lot more popular and almost like mainstream. The only thing about it is it's so fucked up. Like, this is not for the faint of heart, okay? This series, whether you're reading the books, watching any of the anime adaptations, but I don't recommend stay away from the 2016 one. But they are not for the faint of heart, okay? I'll give you a warning for that now. It is not for the faint of heart, man. It is brutal, absolutely brutal, but it's some awesome storytelling. The characters are amazing, so well written. Like, it just gets you into it. And it takes place in this sort of like an alternate universe, medieval times. So it's not, I mean, I'm assuming it's on Earth. I don't even know if it's Earth, right? I'm assuming it's Earth, but it's not like any of the actual countries that existed in history. They all have made up names and stuff like that, but it looks very reminiscent of those medieval times. You know, you got a lot of knights, you know, cavalry on horses, sword fights, axes, maces, you know, all that type of weapon, crossbows and all that kind of stuff. And then suddenly some things that are a little less removed from reality show. I really don't want to spoil much, but you know, you've probably seen screenshots and things. But in the first few episodes, probably the first volume, I don't know how many episodes we'll get through, like 5 or 6, but in that whole first volume, I don't think you see anything supernatural until later on. Well, you know, the first episode actually does introduce a supernatural element, so it does let you know that there is the possibility for shit to go absolutely bonkers. But then it goes away for a while. You almost forget about it. But yeah, it's really well done. I like the story. I like how it builds up to everything. You spend a lot of time with these characters, and because they're so well written, you get attached to them. And then when shit hits the fan, it kind of fucks you up that they get fucked up, right? So yeah, it's a great story. So hopefully you guys will be in for that. We're going to do, like I said, the 1997 anime, and we're going to watch it in Japanese. I know I normally play stuff in English so that it's easier to follow along with the chat. You know, we can riff on stuff and sort of like goof off in the chat, and you don't have to read the subtitles. But the Japanese voice performance is just infinitely better in my opinion. You know, like I'm not shitting on the English dub because I know people do like it. I'm not trying to shit on it. It's just for my personal preference, the Japanese dub is just way better. There's more emotion in their voices. You know, that it's been memed at this point when Guts is yelling at Griffiths. You know, it's like it's like his throat is just collapsing in on itself when he yells at him. It's like a meme, right? And you get that from the Japanese dub, right? So we gotta do the Japanese one for this. But the subtitles, I made sure that the subtitles are like really big. They're not the little yellow ones. You know, a lot of times those old anime DVDs, they came with those really hard to read little yellow subtitles. These, I don't know if they've been redone or what, if it was like a fan made one, I'm not sure, but they're in the white text with the black border. So they pop out, and it's a larger font. It's not obstructing anything. It's not like ridiculously large, but it's a lot easier to read. So hopefully it'll be able to keep up with that with the chat. What's going on? Zach Long with a visit from the Gyat Fairy. Let's go.
As a medieval enthusiast, I can say the violence is over the top, but anime blood geezers, yay.
Yeah, it's definitely over the top. It's not like, that's why I was trying to say it's not really grounded in reality. They have made up country names and castle names and all this stuff, and there's some supernatural elements that do work their way into the story eventually, and it keeps going crazy. It never like slows down. It just gets crazier and crazier as it goes. And yeah, it's the violence is over the top. You know, look at the size of the sword. It's like impossible for anyone to actually swing. It's, you know, definitely anime elements with like the giant weapons and things like that. But it's all the aesthetic is all medieval and like really well done. So I think you guys are going to enjoy it. If you've already seen it, then it's worth rewatching again, especially with the bacon ears. I say riff on it. I don't know that we're going to do that much riffing because it's not bad. It's not really like cheesy or janky, you know. There might be some points where the animation, you can tell they were working on a low budget from time to time with some still frames and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's beautifully animated. The backgrounds are all done like oil paintings. They look really cool. And the story is awesome. So yeah, I don't know how much we'll be riffing on it. We might just be sitting there going like, damn, that was awesome. You know, like I think that's what most of the chat is just going to be. Damn. Oh shit. He just cut that guy in half, you know, like it's going to be a lot of fun though. So hopefully you guys will be there. We're going to kick that off tomorrow night, midnight Eastern Standard Time, volume 1. Like I said, probably around 6 episodes, give or take. I'm going to try not to keep the Anime Grindhouse going too late into the night because we start at midnight Eastern, which means around 2 hours. You're already staying up pretty late depending on what time zone you're in. So we'll keep it around that, and it'll be, you know, 6 episodes, give or take. You know, might be 5, might be 7. I'll see what I can fit in there. So that's starting tomorrow night at midnight. So I hope to see you guys there. Put your grasses on, okay? Put your grasses on. No, the first episode is not a slideshow. It's not that bad. It never goes into slideshow territory, and it certainly never goes into what was it, Twinkle Nora, Rock Me Nora, whatever it was called, where it was like 2 frames a second because they didn't have a budget to finish it. It was literally what happened is I think the animation, whoever, like the director, whoever spent the budget on something else. So it never gets that bad. Never gets that bad. Oh yeah, and the great music, Richard Hooper. That's right. How could I forget the awesome music? Same guy that did the soundtrack to Paranoia Agent did the music for Berserk, and it's absolutely awesome. You know, I'm kind of ragging on the theme song. That's really the only cheesy element of Berserk. The only jank, the only cheese that's really found in Berserk is that theme song. You know, put your grasses on, you know, because it's got English. But besides that, all the music is amazing, absolutely amazing. It'll get stuck in your head. It's stuff that I used to listen to outside of watching the anime. You know, like I would get the soundtrack and just listen to songs, especially back when I was playing video games a lot. Put on the Berserk soundtrack and play like an RPG or some sort of action game like that. It would be a lot of fun. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, Force is amazing. Yeah, Forces is amazing. But that's not the intro. That's not the intro though. Forces is played during the show. Living Sith Post. What is the name of the intro song? It's like a rock song with lyrics and stuff. But yeah, Forces is actually played during the episodes, and it gets you hyped every single time. Like no matter what, it gets you hyped every single time. All right, let's get into some news and updates. We got plenty to cover here. We got some, speaking of cheese and jank and all that, oh man, this goes beyond. This goes further beyond the cheese and the jank, okay? We got to talk about Mud Brown. The movie finally dropped. No one went to see it. Rachel Zegler is her own biggest fan, which is just with everything that's, you know, the controversy, the cringe, everything that surrounds this movie, to be your own biggest fan, like a super fan. Like she went to the theater by herself because there was no one else in the theater and she was cheering herself on. I've actually got a video clip of that. So yeah, she needs the helmet. Okay. She needs the helmet. This is actually a screenshot from the movie. The drool and the helmet have been photoshopped, but the face was not. Okay. I shit you not. Yeah. Weird. That is her face. Okay. That is an actual freeze frame from the movie with just a little bit of drool and the special helmet because I think she's going to hurt herself. Okay. I think she really is going to hurt herself. But yeah, Mud Brown here. Mud Brown, definitely not deserving of the name Snow White in any regard. She is her own biggest fan, and she's just cheering herself on as the movie tanks. And I'm talking tanks. Oh man, do I need to zoom out here? There we go. I have zoomed in a little bit. If you guys can see that, this is up to date. Okay, I just pulled this up earlier today, so it's an up to date reporting of the worldwide ticket sales. Okay, not just America, not just domestic, all around the world, all together combined. And the movie's been out for like a week and a half. or a week. I guess it's just a week. Yeah, it was March 21st was the release date. I thought it had maybe some early screenings, but yeah. So after being out for a week, domestic 50 million. That's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. But even the rest of the world all together couldn't even come up with 50 million. Best I could do is 43 million. So for a grand total of 94 million, not even making 100 million after a week all around the world. This might be the thing that causes world peace. You know, we might have achieved world peace because the whole world is now banding together to shit on this movie. You know, that everyone hates it. Those $94 million came from people who had to watch it so that they could do a YouTube video. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of channels out there that are just dedicated to shitting on things, even though they still go and watch them and pay for them. They're kind of grifters, really. They really are. They're kind of grifters. Oh, look how bad this movie is. I can't wait to go see it. I'm going to go pay for it. You know, if you really don't like this shit, you do what I do and you don't even fucking watch it. I didn't have to watch it to know that this was a train wreck, and the numbers speak for themselves. The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster, okay? Just like Scott Steiner says, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster. So yeah, not even able to pull in $100 million. This is a bomb of all times. It's breaking records. All right, it's breaking records here. We've got memes. Look at these memes. My goodness, is this an improvement? I think this is an improvement. You know, it looks pretty similar. The eyes are certainly far enough apart. They're definitely, you know, her eyes look like they're social distancing. Okay, I don't know who. Well, I do know who. I was about to say I don't know who thought she would make a good Snow White. Well, I do know who. It was Disney. Okay, they did this on purpose. The runner-up, it's not that she was the best actress, you know, that she got the job because she was the best and just wowed everyone, because the runner-up was also a Latina. So they were going to make sure that Snow White was not white. How about we call it No White? That's what we'll call it. We'll call it No White. It's No White, okay? Because they wanted to make sure that Snow White would be brown. So why don't we just go all the way, okay? Why don't we make her like some weird fire ant? You know, there's also, I've seen memes out there of like Samuel L. Jackson photoshopped as Snow White. You know, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But yeah, mud brown. That's what, you know, that's what we're gonna. Yellow shirted kid, you like that? Mud brown is the best. I think that's the best name for it. So that's what we've got here. Plenty of memes, and of course, the title. The one thing that this movie did accomplish, that it succeeded, that it actually claimed a title, a championship belt of now being the worst movie adaptation, even beating out Dragon Ball Evolution. Whoa, buddy. I don't know that it's the all-time lowest rated movie on IMDb. I'm sure there's something with like 0 stars or something like that. But when we're talking about movie adaptations, specifically live action adaptations, Dragon Ball Evolution is infamous for how bad it was. It's got the rating to show it, but move over. The title has been taken. Mud Brown, the one thing that they were able to accomplish with this movie that they did succeed at is being the worst. They're the best at being the worst. And so Dragon Ball Evolution is no longer the lowest rated movie. But hey, at least somebody's happy. Rachel Zegler, whatever the fuck her stupid name is, Mud Brown, at least she's happy, right? At least she's happy. She is her own biggest fan, which with the reaction of everyone, not just the grifters on YouTube, but like everyone, like, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They spell disaster, just like Scott Steiner says. You know, nobody likes this. So it makes it even cringier that she's her only fan, which is that's probably what she's going to be doing in the future. You know, she's her only fan right now. That's where she's going to be working in the future, if you know what I'm saying, to make ends meet. And if you don't believe me, the clip speaks for itself. Here she is in the theater by herself. I don't even think she had to buy out all the tickets. You know, normally if a celebrity wanted to go see their own movie in an empty theater, like a public theater, they'd have to buy out all the seats. No, not Mud Brown. She just was the only one that wanted to see it that day. And look at her going nuts.
Please enjoy.
That cackle, that shrill shriek of a cackle, absolutely disgusting.
Enjoy.
That thing is not human. That thing right there is not human. Humans don't make that noise. Okay? She's not human. She's not human at all. So yeah, we've got Mud Brown in here, her only fan. She is her only fan, and that is also her future. And I don't feel bad for her at all. She's not even human. Okay? Not even human. That is some creature. That is some gremlin. Yeah, zooking out, man. Zooking out. Master Godai, Mr. Two Scoops is in the chat. It says the roles are reversed. Yeah. And who's laughing now? Dragon Ball Evolution. We might have to watch Dragon Ball Evolution just out of respect, you know? Like, to celebrate its victory. You're no longer the worst. Like, hey, Dragon Ball Evolution. You're no longer the worst. Let's go. We might have to watch that just out of respect, you know? Just say, hey, you know what? Way to go, man. You're no longer the worst, okay? So yeah, I had to talk about this movie, man. It's so fucked up, but I'm definitely not going to see. I'm not even going to hate watch it. You know, I'll leave it to the comments. I'll leave it to the comments to fill me in on anything I need to know. There's also the Last Airbender movie. I know that was notoriously bad as well. The Avatar, The Last Airbender. Was that an M. Night Shyamalan joint? I think that was a Shyamalan joint, right? Yeah, I know that's infamously bad, but I don't think it was as reviled as Dragon Ball Evolution and now Mud Brown, right? It was as bad. I mean, I think it was. I tried to watch it and I had to stop early. I've never even tried watching Dragon Ball Evolution though. That's the thing, is I've never even tried watching Dragon Ball Evolution, and I'll stay 50 feet away from Mud Brown, just like the dwarves are court ordered to stay away from schools. Okay, just like those dwarves are court ordered to stay away 50 feet away from any school grounds, right? I'm saying 50 feet away from Mud Brown. Okay, I'm gonna let the comments let me know how it is, and luckily we've got yet another part four of the chat music comments on the Snow White trailer. Mud Brown. Okay, Mud Brown. She's not even human. She's some sort of gremlin, some sort of creature able to make that shrieking noise, man. Probably breaking glass and things. All right, let's check it out though. Let's watch part 4 since we've watched all the others so far. This has become like a running gag, not just in the whatever pop culture, but on this channel, because we watched them all, man. We watched them all. So we got to watch part 4. Let's let the comments fill us in on what this movie was all about.
I showed this trailer to my therapist, now he's in therapy. Snow White, hello, anybody here, projector operator, just me.
Oh, that's real. That's real, though. That is real. Well, Zegler's down there. You could probably hear her shrieking, okay? That's real. Wait, Rachel Fogler. Oh man, I like that. I like that one. She's like, I was gonna call her a mid, but that would be insulting to actual like average looking women. You know, a mid is supposed to be just an average looking woman. Usually it's used in regards for women that think they look better than average, right? Oh, let's get the thrust bus going here. Fuel it up.
I would drink to, and during, watching Dragon Ball Evolution.
Green Raptor, let's go. Yeah, there's probably some sort of drinking game that can be played with Dragon Ball Evolution. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually, guys, I'm in my 3rd week here at the end. 3 weeks sober, okay? 3 weeks sober. So I won't participate in that, but I wouldn't blame you if you had to, you know, to get through it. But I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun watching it with the bacon ears, you know? So maybe you won't need a drink. But yeah, Rachel Fogler. Now, I was going to call her a mid, but a mid, that would be insulting to the actual average-looking women out there, because she's well below mid. She's flat!
This is the perfect movie to watch on a plane. The odds of 2 disasters happening to you at the same time are very slim. Even Stephen Hawking would have walked out of the theater if he'd had to watch this film.
Oh,
shit.
Mirror
on the wall, off-white in the 7 pronouns. Mirror on the wall. Helen Keller just gouged her eyes out.
Damn.
Looks like those Indians that built houses in the jungle.
Oh shit! I've seen these videos too. The YouTube algorithm will randomly just put them out there. Like, look at this thing, and I'm like, what is this? And it's some time lapse video of some random guy, like out in like the Indian jungle, just digging dirt and mud and making what. You know, I guess it looks cool, but I'm like, I wouldn't want to live in there. But she does. She does look like. We gotta start calling her No White, okay? No White, not Snow White. If they're not gonna say Mud Brown, because you know maybe it doesn't rhyme with as much as these other things, but you know, say No White.
Disney used to touch hearts, now they touch you like the creepy uncle.
That's real. That's too real.
Theaters near you, please don't do it. I have a family. This is possibly the only step on video I haven't wanted to see. The dwarfs look like unused models from the Polar Express. She don't need no light, she independent now, independent from success. Mirror.
Yeah, she's her only fan. She's her biggest fan, her only fan.
On the wall, Snow woke and the 7 gender. Mirror on the wall, Snow of White and the 7 registered offender. Mirror on the wall, let me give my therapist a call. Mirror on the wall, one shall stand and one shall fall. Shut it.
Oh shit! They snuck in the Optimus Prime reference. They snuck in the Optimus Prime reference there.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, one shall stand and one shall fall. And it's you, Mud Brown. You will fall. Fucking gremlin. You're inhuman.
Damn. Roasted. Absolutely roasted. Yeah, I love those, man. I love those chat music things. Will we get a part 5? I don't know. Yeah, this part 4 was made of sterner stuff. Okay? And even though we're all made of sterner stuff, I would not recommend you watch this movie, okay? Not even as a joke, a prank, hate watching, whatever. Just stay away.
Rage is the power of George Washington.
Between Rachel Zegler's Crap Brown and the 7 CGI Nightmares and Mindy Kaling's Velma in name only, they're both so horrible that the two smug forces in terms of worst, narcissistic crappiness and self-inserts cancel each other out. Down.
It's just a muddy mess. It's just a big muddy mess, isn't it, Duo Maxwell? Yeah, that Velma, that was very similar, an inhuman looking creature in name only. Yeah, it's just a muddy mess. We have to go back, okay? We have to go. We used to be a proper country. Oh man, hold on. Somebody, I think it was Yellow Shirted Kid, said, where was it? Damn. There was a chat I wanted to read. But yeah,
Mud Brown, at the end of this day, you are just gonna fall.
Yeah, she's gonna end up doing. Well, that's what I was saying. Living shit post is she better enjoy cheering herself on, being her only fan, because that's all she's ever gonna be. Sir, please do not redeem this movie, sir. Do not redeem this movie, sir. I don't even think the Indians like it. The worldwide was lower than the domestic, and usually it's higher just because there's more countries than just the one US, or I don't know if they count Canada too, like North America for the domestic release, but usually the worldwide is almost always more, and it's less. The Indians don't even want her. They do not want to redeem, sir. I do not want to redeem Mud Brown, sir. We have enough of that in my country already, sir. We do not need your no white. Please do not redeem. Holy shit. Yeah, if the Yellow Shirted Kid says, even if the Indians don't like it, you've done something wrong. Well, like I said, she doesn't even deserve to be called a mid. She's flat. She's inhuman. All right, let's move on. We're having too much fun tonight, guys. We're having too much fun. All right, let's move on here. All right, so let me talk about the TV watch party, stuff that you do want to see, okay? Enough of that shit. Let's talk about stuff that we do want to watch that's actually good, that's entertaining, that's fun. So the OB TV watch parties. Hold on.
I am Optimus Prime. I am sending this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here, with Mud Brown and the 7 pronouns. And we are left wanting. Save yourselves.
That's like some Event Horizon shit, save yourselves. Liberate tutte me. Save yourselves. Somebody needs to splice that together from Event Horizon. You guys remember that? Where the spaceship opens a portal and goes to hell. Somebody needs to splice clips from the No White trailer and put that in that scene from Event Horizon, and they hear whatever song or whatever from the movie or from the trailer. Maybe even just put the chat, that chat remix or whatever in there, and then have them going, save yourselves from hell. Fuck this, I'm getting out of here, right? Holy shit. All right, thank you for the super chat, by the way. We'll check on the meter. Getting tongue-tied. Check on the meters real quick, because we're almost there. We're almost to the waifu roundup, and we're going to be unlocking these pinups, so you want to definitely get these in, all right? This was Sliver Country of the second meter. That's gone. Get that out of here, all right? Let's see where, holy shit, third meter down. Let's see where it's going. It doesn't stop, man. It did stop. It stopped in Sliver Country. Oh, shit. We can't stop here. We can't stop here. It's Sliver Country. Come on, that's almost another pin up there. We're almost to the waifu roundup, guys. All right, so with OBTV, that's the watch parties that we've been doing in Discord. Now, the reason why I have RoboCop up here, if you guys were here for last Friday's Sterner stuff, I made the announcement that RoboCop would actually be showing on Orbital Bacon Bits. But oh, buddy, they did a curveball, pulled a fast one on me, threw me a curveball. Because even though I have seen this show on other YouTube channels, in fact, I'm pretty sure right now it's over on Burger Boy's channel. Shouts out Burger Boy. He's a good guy. Shouts out Burger Boy. But yeah, I think it's still over on his channel. Hey, Flute Waffle, let's go. Total Flute victory.
Stacking that meter.
Thank you, Titan. Thank you so much, man. Total Flute victory. Let's go. And then Reverb 154 with 10 big Bison Bucks.
Sliver.
Not so fast. 10 big Bison Bucks and total Flute victory, kicking us right out of Sliver Country. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. All right, so that knocks that meter out of the way. That even puts us into Sliver Country into the next one. I don't know. Can we fill up one more? We're in Sliver Country at the bottom. It's kind of like Sliver Country. I don't know. Can we fill up another one? We'll find out. Thank you guys, though. Massive support from the Baconeers. Really appreciate it. But yeah, so YouTube pulled a fast one on me, man. Like, I don't know why or how or when or where, but the RoboCop series, when I uploaded it, got blocked globally. You know, can't even watch it with a VPN. Like, it's just like, no, you cannot have this. And it's so weird because, like I said, I've seen it on other YouTube channels. Burger Boy has it on his channel. And that's what sort of inspired me. I was watching it over on Burger Boy's channel. I said, hey, I want to show this too, right? But when I uploaded it, they blocked it. So I don't know what's going on. It's kind of weird.
That time travel will never exist. Nobody came back and prevented Mud Brown from being made.
I just figured out what Wasp is doing. You know, we've been trying to figure it out. We're like, what did you say to her? Like, what's going on? Is she not like Sliver Country? I just figured it out. She's looking at the No White trailer. She's trying to make the faces. She's trying to make this face. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. She's trying to make this face. That's what she's doing. Now we solved it, all right? We solved the mystery. That's what Wasp is doing. She's trying to make the Rachel face. She's doing a No White impression, a Mud Brown impression. Oh, man. You know, give it up, Wasp. Give it up. You know, you look too good. You can never pull off this amount of ugly. So she looks cute when she does it, right? When Wasp does it, she looks cute, right? But no, the mystery has been solved. So yeah, who is Burger Boy? Ricardo asks, who is Burger Boy? That's another YouTube channel. He's like, I would consider him a friend, like an internet friend, you know, not that we've met in person, but I've known him for like years now. You know, we've talked outside of YouTube. He's helped me out with stuff because he does a very similar style. He doesn't really do much with cartoons, although every now and then he does show cartoons, but it's not like his thing. He doesn't do Saturday morning cartoons, and he focuses mainly on horror movies, like that genre, you know, classic 70s, 80s, maybe sometimes in the 90s and stuff. He kind of sticks to the same time periods that I do. And I say he's doing what I do. I should say that I stick to what he does, you know, because he has his channels. They've been around for years. Like I said, I've known him for years. So he was kind of like an inspiration for me. Rinse Repeat, of course, a great Saturday morning cartoon channel, was the inspiration for doing Saturday morning cartoons specifically. But Burger Boy, the way that he does his presentation, because he'll mix in the commercials in between the shows rather than interrupting the shows or interrupting the movies. It's like you'll get to watch the whole thing uninterrupted, and then there'll be some commercials. And that's what really inspired me to do it that way on my channel, where we watch the whole episode. Like Saturday morning, we watch the whole episode, then you get a handful of commercials, and then you get the next show, right? And Burger Boy has a really cool community as well. He's very focused on the community, which I like to focus on the Baconeers, on the community aspect, because there's a lot of channels out there. There's a lot of channels out there that show old movies or Saturday morning cartoons or old anime. You know, it's not like I'm the only one that does that. You know, I wasn't the first. I'm not the only one, you know, but what I like to focus on, what I see some of those other channels not do so much, is really nurture their community. Even if they have a lot of viewers, even if they have, you know, a lot of subscribers and viewers and stuff, I don't often see the channel owners interacting with the community as much as like I feel that they should, you know, to nurture the community. That is, I mean, it's fine if you just want to put the stuff out there and just let people enjoy it. Nothing wrong with that. But what I set out to do is actually build a community so we could all interact with each other. That's why I always say, hey, new faces, stick around, become familiar faces, because there's a lot of moldy, oldie bacon ears here that have been here for a long time. We all know each other. And it feels like, I hate to just say community over and over, but that it's like an online family, you know, it's like an online family. We all like recognize each other. We sort of know each other's senses of humor, some of the likes and dislikes, and even how to get on some people's nerves. That's happened too. You know, we even know how to get on each other's nerves from time to time. But no, it's so much fun though. It's so much fun. And I feel that it's a much better atmosphere for watching this old stuff, because if you wanted to watch this old stuff, I mean, like I said, there's other channels, or there's like streaming platforms. You know, you could buy the stuff on DVD. You could watch it on your own. You know, you could watch it on your own if you just wanted to just watch the stuff. But I like to have that atmosphere. I've compared it to Mystery Science Theater 3000, you know, where you've got a group of buddies that are just riffing on the movies as you watch them. And that's what we do in the chat. And it's so much fun. And that's why I do these live streams in between. You know, Saturday is only once a week. So in between, I like doing these live streams where I get to interact with you guys a little bit more. And we get to develop our own memes. We've got all sorts of memes. You know, the super chats is basically nothing but memes, right? Every single one of those pop-ups is a reference to something. That we have our own lingo, you know, wrangled, zook, jank, you know, all this stuff. And to me, that's what makes it all worth it. Like, makes it so much fun, is that we have this homegrown community here, and we recognize a lot of the shows. Sometimes the shows that I put on here are new to you guys, but it's always fun. We're always riffing on it. I love the jokes that you guys come up with, the memes that we have, all of our like inside jokes and stuff. It's just awesome, man. It's just awesome. And I got a lot of that from Burger Boy, because he was very interactive with his chat, and the way that he was sort of nurturing his community. I'm like, I want to do that. You know, I want to do that. So I appreciate each and every one of you. That's kind of my long way of saying I appreciate each and every one of you. I love the bacon ears, and I really do mean that. You guys are awesome. So yeah, back to what I was saying with the OBTV stuff. And F Wood is saying that Max Out is jealous. Really? Saturday? Like, I know who you're talking about. Why does he talk? He talks about me? What the fuck? You know what? That just means you're doing something right. If you got haters, that means that you're doing something right, because people will hate you for being successful. It's a tale as old as time, right? Tale as old as time. So that I guess I'm doing something right. Okay. But damn, that's kind of fucking weird, man. Like, get a life. I don't know. Weird. Weird. Where's it? Fucking Rachel Zegler making a comeback here. Weird. Anyway. I don't really care. You know, we've got our own thing over here and we're having fun. So, with OBTV, I was trying to show RoboCop and it got blocked. So we've been watching it in the Discord server. And that's where when I keep referencing OBTV, that is in the Discord server. It's like the voice channel. And it's so awesome. I've said this before, but I got to brag on you guys again. Okay. I got to brag on the bacon ears a little bit. Okay. Let me just brag on you guys a little bit more. Okay. Because you guys remember, a lot of you, the vast majority of you are around my age, you know, like middle age, right? Give or take a decade, give or take a decade. You're around middle age. Okay. So you're probably old enough to remember when going to the movie theater was a nice experience, you know, like you would, didn't even really have cell phones. Now they tell you to turn your cell phones off and all that. But I can remember going to the movie theater without a cell phone. There were no cell phones, and everybody shut the hell up. You know, like when the movie came on, even when the trailers came on, people would shut up. But definitely by the time all the lights went out and the main attraction, the feature presentation was starting, everybody shut up. And it was a really nice experience to go and watch a movie in the movie theater. Not anymore. Not anymore. Things have changed, and not just the cell phones. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. But a lot of things have changed. The landscape has changed, and it's no longer. In fact, it's a horrible experience. It's not even that it's not nice. It's like torture. Why would you want to pay money to go experience watching a movie in public now with the current state of things, right? And of course, the prices are through the roof too. So you're paying a lot of money for that, and it's just not worth it. But to brag on the Baconeers, because this is why I brought it up, to brag on you guys is when you guys jump in the VC, I don't even have to say anything, and people mute their microphones. They don't even have them on. Nobody's talking over the movie. Now we have the side chat, kind of like, just like we have the live chat here, and just like we have the live chat for Saturday morning cartoons and stuff. So the Discord voice chat feature has a side chat, same thing. So we're talking in there, we're riffing in there, and we're joking and ripping on the movies and whatnot, but nobody talks over it. And St. Adam's like, well, I don't even have a mic. I mean, yeah, that's probably the case. Some people may not have a mic hookup or whatever, but I mean, everybody comes in, mutes their mics. Nobody's talking over it. Nobody's trying to be like, oh, I'm going to be that one funny guy, like shining the laser pointer at the screen. Like there's always one person that brings a laser pointer thinking he's going to be real funny, right? Nobody comes in, tries to, I'm going to be that one funny guy. I'm going to unmute and I'm going to say stuff. Nobody ever does that. Like, you guys are awesome. That's why I want to brag on the Baconeers, okay? That's why I'm bragging on you, because everybody's so polite and considerate, and it's a truly enjoyable experience. We get to watch all these movies, all these shows together. Nobody's talking over it, but we still have the chat on the side, so we can still joke and riff on it and everything. And it's like a dream come true, or like going back, much like we do with the nostalgia of watching these old shows. It's also kind of going back to that atmosphere, and that frame of mind where it's actually a nice experience to watch these movies together. So yeah, wanted to brag on you guys a little bit, pardon me, had to brag on you guys a little bit. Is the Discord link not working? Okay, hold on a second. Thanks for letting me know. Guys. Hold on 1 second here. I'll put one in the chat for you, okay? Give me just a second. Copy and paste. All right. There you go. I just put it in the chat there. I didn't realize it wasn't working. Thanks for letting me know, though. Appreciate that. So yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. Because if I haven't bragged enough about how awesome the Baconeers are, it's a really great community. We have a lot of fun in there. Lots of good conversations, and then of course the OBTV watch parties. That's the real star of the show, the main attraction, because we get to watch all sorts of stuff that gets blocked on YouTube because Warner Brothers is really strict, Hanna-Barbera is really strict, all that stuff. So RoboCop, for instance, the weird block that I got for RoboCop, well, we're just watching it in there. There's other stuff that we're watching too, although speaking of blocks and weird ones at that, we've got a Saturday night anime that actually got blocked. It's almost like they looked at the, when they did the RoboCop thing and they scanned it and they blocked it, they were like, oh, wait, you've got this other thing here too. And they blocked Akira, which is like weeks ago. We watched this one weeks ago and there was no problem. We did the live premiere on Anime Grindhouse, and then it's been up there for weeks. No problems. But literally like right after RoboCop, I got the notifications like back to back. They were like, oh, and I was uploading RoboCop, so I was looking for it. So that wasn't that, strange that they blocked it right then, because that's usually when it happens, is right when you upload it. But then right after that, they said, oh, and Akira 2. So I'm like, what the hell, man? I don't know. Ace of Spades, I honestly don't know who struck it. I think it was like a Japanese name, so I'm assuming it's whatever studio owns the rights. I don't know. I probably should go and look and make sure it's not something, somebody just trying to get it taken down, because I've seen that happen to like other channels or whatever. But it's as messed up as faulty or whatever, flawed maybe is a better word, as flawed as YouTube's copyright system is. They've actually made it better as far as making it harder for people to abuse it. So I don't think it was anybody just like, oh, I'm just going to take this down. I think it was an actual studio that probably owns the distribution rights. But it sucks. Rip Akira, man. Like, hey, at least we got to watch it. So far, Berserk is safe. Now, there could be a chance that they randomly block that, but I've seen it all over YouTube. Well, I said the same thing about RoboCop and Akira for that matter. There were a bunch of other channels with Akira. I don't know, man. We'll see. At the very least, as long as we can get through the live premiere of Berserk, you know, watch it all together with the chat going. If they end up taking it down later, it is what it is, you know? But yeah, Berserk has been up for ages, the 97 one in particular, because it was either Pioneer or Genion or what. It was an old distribution company that I believe has gone out of business. Like, they're not around anymore. So a lot of the other anime that I've shown was from that same not a studio. They're not the ones who made it. Distribution company. Publisher is probably the word that I'm looking for. And all of them have been fine. I've never had a problem with all those others. So I'm assuming Berserk is going to be fine because it was from the same defunct publisher. But yeah, rip Akira. It was fun while it lasted. At least we got to do the live premiere. But I just wanted to fill you guys in a little bit of bad news. No, you know, not too bad. I mean, RoboCop, kind of bad news that it was blocked, but not the biggest deal because we can watch it in OBTV. But Akira is kind of a bummer because it's already, you know, we already did the live premiere and now people can't go back and watch the replay. So that kind of sucks. But, you know, we got to do the live one and it is backed up in the archive. You know, if I want to do a little bit of hot dog in a grandstand and, you know, support the war effort, if you want to become a member on Coffee, my channel's not monetized, which is why I can't control any ads or anything on here. So I don't have channel memberships or super chats. That's why we go through the third party stuff. So Coffee it's like Patreon. I like it better than Patreon. I think it's easier to use than Patreon. But that's where the channel members are. So you see the people in the chat with blue wrenches, lots of blue wrenches in there. Thank you guys. You're helping keeping the station in orbit. Those are channel members over on Coffee, and at all levels, including the lowest one, which is just $3 a month, you get access to the archive, which is the video archive. That's where I back up everything. So even though Akira got taken down from Bacon Bits, it's still in the video archive if you want to download it and keep a copy. And that includes the commercials, you know, the little sci-fi Saturday anime from the Sci-Fi Channel. Remember those bumpers I put in there? And I put a few Japanese commercials in there. All of that stuff's still in there. It's a direct rip of what you see on YouTube. And I back all of that up in the video archive. I've actually got 3 different Google Drives that are all boosted, memory boosted, 2 terabytes each for a total of 6 terabytes worth of backed up. Now, they're not all full. One of them's full. The other one, the second one's like 3/4 of the way. It's getting there. And then the third one I just got is pretty empty. So eventually it'll be 6 terabytes. But right now it's got just the capacity of 6 terabytes. And it's probably more like 3 terabytes worth of content that you guys can download or watch. You can stream it from there, whatever. But, you know, just a little bit of hot dog in the grandstand, and to support the war effort, become a member on Coffee. It really helps. Plus the upper levels, Sky Surfer and Ultra Force are the upper levels, $10 and $20 a month respectively. Those get you access to exclusive artwork that you won't see here on the live streams. And the highest level, the Ultra Force, $20, you actually get to request artwork. You get to say, hey, you know, a lot of them. We have like a dozen or so at that level, and some of these pinups that you see unlocked on the streams were chosen by those channel members. So I try to give really good rewards. You know, the access to the video archive, exclusive artwork. You get a discount on merchandise. You know, I sell T-shirts and stuff. You get discount 10% off on that. So try to make it worth your while, as well as you get a blue wrench in the chat. So you get extra attention, you get extra recognition. Why did this start over? Oh my goodness. I'm having technical difficulties. We're just gonna have to look at all these slides all over again. All right, I wanted to go back to where we left off. I don't know what happened. Why it keeps doing that. Damn, it went all the way back. Okay, put your glasses on. All right, we're almost there. News and updates. Mud Brown, the improvement, the new champion. All right, there we go. Okay, so here's what I have. Now that I've been telling you all about the cool stuff that we've got going on in these Discord watch parties, here's some stuff that I've recently purchased thanks to you guys. Like I said, all the money that I get from these super chats goes back to the channel, whether it's paying the artist to keep that perpetual waifu machine functioning, and anything I have left over, I buy DVDs to show you guys. All right. So this is what I have recently purchased. I've got the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, all 6 volumes, the entire series. I think it's like 40 episodes or 42. No, 52. Because I think there were 2.
We're triplets.
Hey! And of course it's broken.
Fever.
Still need to have Burger Boy on for an interview. What is a burger without a bit of bacon, you know?
Alchemy, thank you so much, man. Sorry that the pop-up didn't work right there. I guess I glitched it, you know, talking about these technical glitches here. I jinxed it, rather. I jinxed it, talking about technical glitches. But that's an excellent suggestion. I think that I will arrange that. I've talked to him about it before, and he's for it. We just never actually sat down and scheduled it, you know? Said, hey, what's a good day for you? Let's do this, right? So yeah, Burger Boy, future guest. You guys will love him too, man. He's like really energetic, you know. He's kind of like, we get along well for reasons, because like we're both kind of crazy like that. So you guys will, I think you'll enjoy having him on here. All right, so this is what I have recently purchased so that I can show you guys in the Discord, since they get blocked on YouTube. You know, Marvel / Disney, and then Hanna-Barbera owns the top 2 there. So you see Pirates of Dark Water, you see SWAT Cats, you see Wolverine and the X-Men, and Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. All of those I have the complete series on DVD, okay? So we are already going through Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. We are 8 episodes in. We watched the first 4 on Tuesday. We watched the 5 through 8, the next 4 last night, and then we'll be watching the next 4 this coming Tuesday. So every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have watch parties in the Discord. It's 24/7. We've got other people that stream stuff in there as well. It's not just me. Just so you guys know, it's not just me. There's other people that stream stuff in there as well, and it's nearly 24/7. There's only like a couple of hours in the wee morning when we have to get a little bit of sleep, you know, at least a little bit of sleep, you know. But otherwise, there's stuff going on in there all the time. I'm just showing you what I got for what I show Tuesdays and Thursdays. But yeah, it's a really good time. You guys will enjoy it. It's a nice atmosphere. Nobody's talking over it. It's a lot of fun. But I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I purchased thanks to your generosity, that we now have complete series of Pirates of Dark Water, SWAT Cats, Wolverine and the X-Men, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And this is just a sampling. There's others that I've got that I've already shown. Like we did the Cat Planet one. That was like an anime. I got that on DVD, the whole series, thanks to your generosity. What was another one? There's quite a few. I got some Kamen Rider stuff. Yeah, Richard Hooper is showing Airwolf. Yeah, that's right. Richard Hooper's been showing Airwolf. Dre has been showing, usually he shows like anime, no, not Go Danner. That's what I showed. Gal Geiger. That's what it's called. Yeah, Gal Geiger. And he's also shown some Kamen Rider as well. He showed Kamen Rider Blade. So yeah, we have a lot of really cool stuff in there. So be sure to keep an eye on the VC. I usually ping everyone when I'm starting a watch party. I think I have a role that I can assign people so people can ping just those that are interested in the watch parties instead of, you know, bothering the whole server at once. But I don't care. I just bother the whole server at once. I ping everyone. But yeah, we'll do those watch parties every Tuesday and Thursday, but we've always got something going on and there's a lot of cool stuff. And I really appreciate how generous you guys are. And like I said, I try to put as much as I possibly can back into the channel with getting these volumes on DVD, with getting art from the artists. It helps keep them fed too. You know, the artists appreciate it. Let me just say, the artists appreciate it too, okay? The artists appreciate it too. You're keeping food on their table. So thank you guys. All right, channel surfing. We got channel surfing. Speaking of how awesome this community is, we've been having a lot of fun on channel surfing every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And these streams are starting to take over Sterner Stuff. Sterner Stuff started out as like the main attraction, you know, when it came to live streams. Obviously, Saturday Morning Cartoon is the main attraction. But between the two live streams that I do each week, it started out where this was the main one. But channel surfing is taking the title, man. It's really taking the title. And we oftentimes, in fact, it's like, I think it's the new average now that they just go for 4 hours or longer. I mean, you gotta make sure you got your snacks and everything ready, you know, strapped in, because we go for like 4 hours plus on these channel surfing live streams, and they are so much fun. It's basically, I get a few clips. We have a different theme each week. I get a few clips that fit the theme, give you a few examples, and then chat sends in via super chat the clips that they want to show that fits the theme, right? And you guys send in some crazy stuff. You have been on fire every week. It's amazing. We've had some really fun themes. The standout ones for me in particular, the Kung Fu, that was so much. The Kung Fu movie night, holy shit. And then the FMV theater, we were watching cutscenes from those 90s PC games that were all done with like jank CGI and real actors on a green screen, and they call it FMV, or full motion video. And that, oh man, that was a great one. We've done, we did Terrors of the Deep. That was the underwater stuff. This last one, day before yesterday, was Spies and Masters of Disguise. So a lot of, you know, James Bond-esque type movies and commercials and clips and things like that. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, guys, a lot of fun. And so this coming Wednesday, the theme that we're doing, and I'm kind of surprised. I'm like, whoa, I haven't done this yet? Are you kidding? So I wanted to make sure that I've specified it a little bit, but I was looking back through at the themes that we've done, and I was like, all right, I don't want to do reruns just yet. Yeah, Duo Maxwell, Villains was almost 6 hours, right? 5.5 hours. So yeah, I don't want to do reruns just yet, because I know we are going to revisit some of these themes eventually, because they're just too good, and there's stuff that we all, like, you guys will be like, oh, I forgot to send this, and then I'll be thinking, oh man, I should have shown this clip. So there are going to be reused themes eventually, but I'm trying to do new ones for now anyway. And this one is one that I'm like, how have we not done this yet? Maybe because like some of the others have been like crossover, they involve this particular genre. But I'm going to dedicate this Wednesday to
space.
That's right. It's space. That is the theme, okay? I was going to just say sci-fi, you know, like, because I'm shocked that we haven't done a sci-fi theme yet. But, you know, a lot of the other themes involve science fiction movies and shows, you know, crossing over with the theme of that given week. So to make it a little more specific, it's space. Okay. So I want your sci-fi. Let me, I can't do it as well as Tim. Let's get Tim saying it here.
Space.
There you go. That's your theme. So not just sci-fi, but sci-fi in space. Okay. Sci-fi in space to infinity and beyond. All right. So just like we had a couple weeks ago, we had the Terrors from the Deep, where it was all underwater stuff, whether it was horror, sci-fi, whatever it may have been, as long as it took place underwater, right? So this time we're doing space, okay? So as long as it takes place in space, it can be a comedy, it can be a sci-fi, action, whatever. As long as it's in space, that is going to be the theme. All right, guys? Yeah, Outlaw Star. There you go, Daryl Waylick. You see, you're already got the wheels turning, right? Got the wheels turning, thinking about it. Okay. So that's what we've got for channel surfing this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the main channel. And like I said, this live stream is really taken over. It's really become like the new favorite for a lot of people, and they go for a long time. We have a ton of fun. You guys are on fire with the stuff that you send in, and I can't wait to see what we're going to have for this one. This should be good. This should be really good. Oh, space truckers. Oh shit. See, oh man, don't tell me too much, you know, keep some a surprise. But yeah, even Transformers, there's especially the old cartoon, they go out in space a lot. Yeah, Exo Squad. Oh man. Yeah. My wheels are turning now. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Jason X. Oh shit, I shouldn't even give everything away. Jason X, when Jason Voorhees was in space. Let's go. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, guys. I'm looking forward to it. So that's what we've got for this week's channel surfing theme. All right. We're getting near the end. Here. I know this has been kind of a long one. We're going on about 2.5 hours here. Told you, gotta be here for the long haul, okay? So we're getting near the end here. We are at the waifu roundup. Okay, we're going to be talking about the waifu of the week. We're going to check out the pinups that you guys have unlocked. You guys have been super generous tonight. In fact, let's check on the meter. Let's check on the meter. Did we get out of Sliver Country? Okay, we did get out of Sliver Country. We're still kind of at the bottom of that meter. I don't know. Maybe when we start unlocking these pinups and you see the silhouette of the next one, you might want to fill up that last meter. We'll see. But let's go ahead and see what you got, okay? Without further ado, who's that waifu? Who could it be now? Oh, that's the wrong button. This is waifus coming out of the woodwork here. Where did she come from? Just swinging out of nowhere? I meant to hit this one. There we go. Who's that waifu? Who's that waifu? All right, now that we got the song playing. All right, Evelyn? Is it Evelyn? Is that your final answer? Is that your final answer? Evelyn? I mean, it's not a bad guess. It's not a bad guess. But I don't know. Is it really her? I feel like that might be a little too obvious. That might be a little too obvious. Now you're starting to think Maverick Cat says Princess Peach is Evelyn. See, now you're starting to think out of the box a little bit. Think outside the bun. Remember those old Taco Bell commercials? You gotta think outside the bun. All right? Here we go. Without further ado, because I don't know if anybody's going to be able to guess it. I mean, you got the Evelyn part right. All right? Close enough. You got the Evelyn part. But it's actually the Baroness as Evelyn, okay? So we saw the Baroness this past Saturday. We were watching G.I. Joe, one of the most zooked out episodes, $1 Million Medic, and spoiler warning that the waifu of the week was contained in that episode. So we'll get to her shortly here. But we can't ignore the Baroness. All hail the Baroness, okay? So we've got the Baroness dressed as Evelyn, her own personal version of, not quite the exact same costume, a few modifications has been made. This is courtesy of Master Krakken, top artist here on the station. Courtesy of Master Krakken, we have the Baroness dressed as Evelyn, all right? Which kind of goes with the theme. Masters of Disguise, right? We've got the Spyfus, the spies, the Masters of Disguise. So kind of goes with it. We've got Baroness, who is a mistress of disguise. We saw that on Wednesday. And here she is once again, dressed up as a waifu. Had you guys fooled, everybody was guessing Evelyn. All right, so she had you guys fooled. She is the mistress of disguise. All hail the Baroness. Let's go. All right, so that's your first one. That's your first pinup here that you have unlocked is the Baroness as Evelyn, courtesy of Master Krakken. Next up, any guesses on this one? Who's that waifu? Who's that waifu? It's gonna throw you off. Don't let the bunny ears fool you. There's a lot of trickery going on here. Okay, I'll give you a hint. This was a waifu that was also in this past Saturday lineup. So think back to this past Saturday. Who were the waifus we saw? Think back, who could it be? Who would match this silhouette from last week's lineup? It's not Frosta. We didn't see her last Saturday. Nope, we didn't see Daphne. That's a good guess. Daphne as a bunny girl. It's not a bad guess, but we didn't see Scooby-Doo on Saturday. You got to think back to the lineup. Who were the waifus? There weren't that many. It was kind of a little bit of a jank lineup, But who did we see? Oh, there we go. Taverns Pull, Ron McChaos, Daryl Waylick, Philip Fabian. Look at everybody. I think everybody's saying it. Look, I think that guy's right. I'm going to say what he said. No, you guys know who it is. We've got Bunny Girl Charlie. Let's go. Bunny Girl Charlie. Now, this is sort of a reference, not necessarily to the episode that we watched, but there was an episode. Actually, there's been a couple of episodes. Two that I can think of right off the top of my head, so maybe even more than that. But I can think of 2 episodes where Charlie went undercover, in disguise, just like these spies, right? She's a mistress of disguise, into a casino environment. One was like a casino, the other was more like an amusement park, but they had similar outfits where she was wearing like the tiny mini skirt and carrying a tray. Maybe it was poker chips in one of them and the other was carrying a tray of drinks. But yeah, there's been a couple of episodes where Charlie Girl has gone undercover in disguise as like not like a waitress. What do you call that? What do you call the girls that walk the floor of these types of establishments? I don't know. I don't go myself. I don't think I've maybe one casino like once in my life. I don't know. But yeah, so we've got Bunny Girl Charlie here in disguise. Well, as a bunny girl, I guess one was a costume party as a dancer girl. Yeah. And she was a drink server. Yeah. Base Wave says, let me see the back. Yeah. Where's Vinny? Where's Vinny?
Boobs.
Well, okay. He's distracted right now. Vinny's distracted right now. But yeah, normally he's like, hey, let me see the back. Floor girl. I guess that is what they call them, huh? Yeah. Floor girls. Okay. So yeah, she's done that a couple of times, couple different episodes where she was a floor girl. So this is a bit of a reference to that. Just once again, Master Krakken putting his own spin on it here, his own twist. Sure you guys don't mind. So here we have Charlie Girl, Bunny Girl, Charlie Girl. And what's going on, Mech? Good to see you. All right, next up, that's number 2. Number 2. So our third one here, Barb Rogers says, bar wench? Who are you calling a wench? Right? You remember that? I uploaded that as a short. That was one of the memes. I need to upload some of these memes that we have as shorts. I haven't uploaded any of those in a while. But that was one of them, the bar wench, when they called Charlie Girl a wench because they got transported back to medieval times. And they were calling her a wench. She said, who are you calling a wench? And then she likes it. Then she's like, yeah, I'm a fighting kind of wench. Yeah, Wench Fight 95. There you go, Wench Fight 95. Because yeah, then she got into it. She was like, I'm a fighting kind of wench. So yeah, good times, good times. All right, so that's your second one here. We got two more so far. So you know, we could fill the bar again. I've got more for you on deck. Okay, you see this is a big deck here. This is the front of the ship. Okay, it's got a big deck. I got more for you on deck. All right, let's go. All right, who's this waifu? Who is this waifu? Now, this one was not from this last Saturday. This was like 2 Saturdays ago, 2, maybe 3. 2, maybe 3 Saturdays ago. Not terribly long. Recent. It was a recent lineup. Who is that waifu? Oh, I think Tavern's Pool knows. I think he knows. He's quoting her. He's doing her most well-known catchphrase, which is, that's her catchphrase, okay? That's her most well-known line. That's what we all know her for. The gasping queen, that's right. Courtesy of Odacat, we have our gasping queen, Voodoo. Let's go. We got Voodoo from Wildcats. Wildcats. That's right. We got Voodoo here. And she's got the TV remote. She's in her pajamas. Sort of like Becky from Project Geeker was wearing just the t-shirt as her pajamas, except this one, well, I think it ran into an unfortunate accident with the lawnmower. I don't know. Or maybe fortunate. I don't, is it unfortunate? I don't know. Maybe it just shrank in the wash. It's not stopping her though. It was her favorite top. So who cares if the lawnmower chewed it up a little bit? Who cares if it shrank in the wash? I think both happened. I think it ran into an accident with the lawnmower and shrank in the wash, you know? But that doesn't matter. It's her favorite. So she's still going to wear it. And she's got the TV remote there ready to watch some Saturday morning cartoons. Let's go. Pour a big old bowl of Frosty-Flakes because Voodoo is ready to go. That's her best line. That's her one-liner. That's her famous catchphrase there. Yeah, JVX says a very fortunate accident. Yeah, it works out for us, right? So there you go. Courtesy of Odacat, we have Voodoo, the gasping queen. Now we've got one more so far that you've unlocked. Let's see if we can get any more. But we're getting near the end of the stream, so that's okay. You guys have still been insanely generous. All right, 4 pinups already. Let's go. All right. Who is that waifu? Now this one is not featured in any Saturday morning lineups because this show is owned by Warner Brothers, so we can't play it on the station. But I do have it all on DVD, and once we get through some of these others like Avengers, Wolverine and the X-Men, Pirates of Dark Water, eventually we're gonna get to this show because I do have it all on DVD, and it's been requested before. You guys, I'm not even gonna play the song. You guys already know. We've got another waifu ready for Saturday morning. You see her holding the TV remote there, right? That's right. We've got Starfire in a state of undress. That's what we call this particular look, this fashion statement here. We just call it a state of undress. Is she putting the shirt on? Is she taking it off? I don't know. She didn't make up her mind. I mean, women, am I right? Make up your mind. Buttoning it up, taking it up. What's going on here? Oh, well, just turn on the Saturday morning cartoons and let's go. Get a big old bowl of Frosty-Flakes, all right? And let's enjoy the Saturday morning cartoons with Starfire. Hell yeah. This is a personal favorite waifu, and like I said, a highly requested show, although most people already know that it can't be shown. They just request it for the OBTV watch parties, but we'll get there. We will get there. I do have it all on DVD. We will get there eventually. We just got a lot of other shows in the lineup already, in the wings, waiting in the wings, all right? But we'll get there. But in the meantime, we will enjoy these pinups here. This one is also courtesy of OdaCat. So really good stuff, guys. Really good stuff. Hopefully you're enjoying this stuff. The perpetual waifu machine is being fueled up, okay? We're almost a quarter of the way. Almost a quarter of the way to the next one. I'll show you the silhouette if you want a little incentive. We're going back to Master Krakken, all right? We're going back to Master Krakken. He's the star attraction. And we've got a waifu that you should be able to guess, although it might throw you off a little bit. Might throw you off a little bit because there are not one, but two waifus that wear that top ponytail. A lot of people are saying Lana. She's not the only one, though. So is it Lana? Could be. It could be. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying that it's not. But there is another waifu that has the top ponytail as well. Something that you can probably gather from the silhouette is the
tiny miniskirt.
That's right. She is in Orbital Station dress code approved tiny miniskirt. So you're saying it's either Tara or Lana. Good guesses, man. Good guesses. It probably is. It probably is one of those two. Probably is one of those two. But which one? Well, we won't find out unless we can fill that meter one more time. We're almost there. Quarter of the way there. Not quite. I want to say living on a prayer, but we got to be halfway to be living on a prayer. All right. Let's get into the waifu of the week. Let's get her wrangled and tangled. Somebody's going to get her in her stable. I already know. This was a popular. I think during the premiere last Saturday when we were watching it, there were already fights breaking out. People were challenging each other to crossfire. They're like, get in the arena. It's all about the getting caught up in the crossfire because I want her in my stable. There are already people fighting over her in the stable. So let's see. It might get a little crazy, but the waifu of the week, without a doubt, she stole the show. And that's pretty difficult to do when you're in the same show as the Baroness, okay? The Baroness was in G.I. Joe in the episode that we watched, looking good, but the Baroness has been wrangled not once, not twice, not even thrice, multiple times. I've lost count. Baroness so nice, we've wrangled her thrice plus, many times. But this was a new one, and I think she's just a one-off. I don't know that she appears again, but she certainly left an impression. Like I said, all the Baconeers were ready to battle over this one, ready to go in a crossfire arena. For this one, we've got Brittany Mark from the $1 Million Medic. That was the episode of G.I. Joe, and I gave a little bit of a preview on Last Sterner Stuff. I was saying, hey, sun's out, buns out. It's warming up outside. Summer weather, spring break is coming, right? Sun's out, buns out. But I did not expect, okay? I just took a couple of screenshots while I was skimming through the episode. I didn't expect them to go so crazy, okay? I didn't expect them to go so crazy with this, man. They turned G.I. Joe into Baywatch, all right? They turned G.I. Joe into Baywatch. I'm not even kidding, man. They had her running up and down the beach. They turned it into Baywatch. Look, hold on. Let's make this one move a bit here. There you go. They turned G.I. Joe into Baywatch. Yams out, cakes about. She was running up and down the beach. The only thing that was missing was slow motion and the guitar music, the saxophone and the guitar, running in slow motion. They had her running all over the place, tiny bikini. I was like, how animators? Look, I'm not complaining, but animators, are you okay? Are you lonely? Like, what's going on, man? Yeah, $1 Million Medic. What an episode of G.I. Joe, man. Turn it into Baywatch. G.I. Joe Baywatch edition. That's right. That's right. And you know they knew what they were doing because look at that strategically placed tape deck right there. Look at that. You know what they are doing. They put that's not even as big as it should be. A cassette tape. The cassette tape wheels are tiny. All right. But they put giant ones in there right at that angle, right where she'd be sitting up right there. They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. This is almost like Austin Powers levels of visual gags, you know? Remember, was it the second movie? I think it was the second movie of Austin Powers where he's trying to get out of the hotel. He's like naked and they kept doing all those visual gags where something would just barely get in the way. I think they do it in like all of them. Because now I'm remembering the first movie, they had a similar visual gag where he kept holding up like melons or like a picture of breast or whatever to cover up the yams of Elizabeth Hurley. But yeah, so this is they knew what they were doing, right? They knew what they were doing. Is that a pop-up potential? You want that as a pop-up there? Should this be a super chat? This one right here? You know what I'll do is I'll get the actual Baywatch theme song. I'll get like a short clip of it and just play that while this pops up. Maybe I can even slow it down. I should be able to use the GIF editor to slow it down, make it like a Baywatch pop-up. Yeah, that can be a thing. That can be arranged, okay? That can be arranged, all right? But also, what also sort of reminded me of Austin Powers with the visual gags, like I said, these animators, they were on one, okay? They were on one for this episode. So clearly we have Brie Mark as the waifu of the week. Obviously, Baroness, she's kind of like a permanent wife. She's, always wife of the week, always we're hailing the Baroness, yeah? But we got to give it to Brie, this one. But the runner-up, okay? Runner-up, honorable mention, goes to this statue. This was from the same episode, $1 Million Medic from G.I. Joe, okay? Same episode. And this is the runner-up for Waifu of the Week, is this random statue that the actual cake is detected, okay? Cake is out, cake detected. I don't know how they got away with it. Yeah, Squeegee's going nuts. Squeegee is freaking out. It's like, whoa, what? This statue, man. And again, it sort of reminds me of Austin Powers, just something about like the nude statue and, in a random place, precariously placed, right? I don't know. Yeah, $1 Million Babe. Yeah, exactly. $1 Million Waifu, Cyber Changeling. Exactly. This is art. That's right. It's a marble statue. It's art. It's art within art, because this is all art, it's a cartoon. It's all art, really. But this is art, because then it's also, it's a beautiful waifu, and that in and of itself is art, So this is the trifecta, which is why I think it deserved the honorable mention, even though, we can't, nothing can top this right here. Nothing can top this right here. She's the clear winner. But the triple art right here, art within art within art, had to get an honorable mention, okay? So those are your waifus of the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. All right, so that is the show for this week, guys. That's all I had for you. We've got an awesome lineup for Saturday morning. You saw the preview earlier if you were here. If not, go back and watch the replay so you can see what we've got coming up tomorrow. It's going to be a wild ride, okay? Zooked out stuff. Inspector Gadget, RoboCop Alpha Commando, all sorts of goodies, a couple of surprises in there. Lots of commercials. I found a whole batch of great commercials for tomorrow as well. So lots of fun. Hopefully I'll see you guys there at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you're not quite tired yet, coming up in about 15 minutes over on the second channel, if you're a night owl like me, if you're anything like me and you don't go to bed until some random hour in the morning, we've got The Adventures of Sinbad starting in about 15 minutes over on Orbital Bacon Bits. That's midnight Eastern Standard Time. The Adventures of Sinbad. We're actually getting near the end of the series, okay? We've watched through the entire first season. We've been in the second season the past few weeks, and we're getting near the end. And this show is also stacked and packed with waifus. You would think it was a Saturday morning cartoon. You would think it was that episode of G.I. Joe, that one I just showed there. You would think it was like that every single episode, because it's always stacked and packed with waifus. This week is no exception. Plus, you get a lot of cheese and jank. And what I mean by that is you get the cheesy acting and scenarios. There was one week where Sinbad fought aliens, like from space. And then this week, he's fighting a minotaur. And of course, jank, and by that I mean it looks janky, bad CGI, sometimes bad costumes, but it's always fun. That's the whole point. We love to riff on it. Lots of cheese, lots of jank. This week's no exception. We've got a Minotaur episode. I don't remember what the second one was. I actually, like, I can envision some of the characters that show up, but I don't remember the plot. There's like a waifu getting kidnapped, but that's half the episodes. Like almost every episode, there's a waifu getting wrangled and Sinbad has to go save her. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And we are getting near the end of the series. In fact, I think next week is going to be the series finale of Adventures of Sinbad. All right. So that starts in about 15 minutes if you're not tired. Otherwise, I hope to see you over at Saturday Morning Cartoons tomorrow morning. That'll be right here on the main channel. And then over on the second channel tomorrow night, we've got the Anime Grindhouse. We're starting Berserk, Volume 1 of the 1997 anime series Berserk, my personal favorite of all time. All right, guys. So thank you, everyone. Let me read out the super chats real quick because we had massive support from the Baconeers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Let me give a shout out to everyone. We had Reverb 154. We've got Daryl Waylick, the stream boss. Okay, all hail Daryl Waylick, the stream boss. Let's see who else we got here. Painting and Rambling. We've got Crossfire, Beaver Hunter. Thank you so much. Blade 2.0. Maverick Cat, and your super chats were showing up, Maverick Cat. Michael Russum. Let's see. Did I already say? Yeah, Painting and Rambling. I think I already said. Kinzo's Creations. Thank you so much. Green Raptor, Duo Maxwell, Titan, and Alchemy. And anybody I may have missed, I apologize. This list is being, I've got jank right here with this list. Sometimes it doesn't refresh when I tell it to. But thank you to everyone who donated. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Your time is valuable, so I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Hopefully, I'll see you here for the next live stream, whether it's channel surfing or Sterner stuff. So that way you become a familiar face if you're not already. There's a lot of familiar faces. Baconeers, best community on YouTube. I look forward to the watch parties in OBTV. Make sure you join the Discord if you haven't already. And I look forward to the live streams that we've got coming up with Saturday Morning Cartoons and especially channel surfing with Space. Oh, man, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. All right, guys. So have a great rest of your night. And if I don't see you, have a great rest of your weekend. Stay awesome. Stay based. God bless you all. Let me leave you now with a moment of Zook, a very brief moment of Zook, but it's a good one. Oh, man. Of course, the sound has to fuck up. Sorry, guys. Let's try that again. Moment of Zook. Let's go. Oh, shit. The Power Rangers are based. Based. All hail the Power Rangers. All right, let's get out of here, guys. You guys have a great rest of your night. Goodbye, ninjas.
Until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.
Tomorrow.
In the room, and I get so excited just from her perfume. Electric eyes that you passion.